feel better that I grabbed a beer because like me not drinking and you all drinking would be just as bad as like you all not drinking and me being the only one having a beer, like drinking alone. You know what I mean? So I feel a lot better.
Do you drink alone, Daniel?
I would drink alone on the pod if you guys weren't.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, there's 5 of us here. It's like one of my. That would be a little weird. It's like the ratio has to be. You know, if there's
You're just
3 of
getting
us, we're 3
bombed.
brothers.
You're
Whatever.
getting absolutely bombed in the podcast.
There was one time where Rob and I we were drinking. I think I got shit faced. Like towards the end, and I'm like, dude, we gotta cut this. Like, this is it.
My man was slurring his words and everything. I was like, what is going on with this guy? And then he looks at his beer. He's like, oh shit, it's 10%. I'm like, well, that's why.
That'll do
That's
it.
why.
That'll do it.
Those are my favorites.
All right. Well, let's start it up here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast. If you're new, we are 3 brothers. We get together. We talk about gaming. But today we have special guests. We have Kelvin and Rob from the Gaming Duo Podcast. Welcome to the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast.
Welcome,
boys.
boys. Welcome.
I just wanted a weird, awkward pause. That's why I was like,
Nice. Thank you.
What's
Okay,
going on,
thank
guys?
for that.
Thank you guys
I'll leave it in.
Thank you guys for joining. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of your podcast here. This is the first time, right? This is the first time we actually are
All
on
together.
your show.
Yeah.
All together.
Yes.
On
That's
our
awesome.
show and all together, I think.
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
Nate was on your show.
Long
Yes.
time ago.
Then we're on your 100th episode.
Yes.
That's cool.
Which I watched live, I think, right while it was
but
happening.
Why couldn't you be on the show?
I don't
Dan?
remember. It
There's
was
a
like
reason
it was
why.
late and I was tired and I was like, "Fuck!" I'd have to like set up, and I totally missed the jump in. But I watched it. It was fun. I
It's
had
all
it
right.
up on the
You'll
TV.
be on the 200th episode. How about
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
2 more to go. One more year.
that? Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was a great time. That was a fucking great time.
Yeah, it was really fun. All right. Well, I didn't introduce myself. I am Take It Easy Jono, and with us,
Nasty Nate.
Gandalf the Wise.
there you go. And fall is here, guys. It is a spooky season.
Yes.
Do you guys have anything planned special for this spooky season?
Any content coming up?
Content wise, we don't have anything kind of pertaining to the fall series, so nothing great. But I mean, just expect our usual weekly episodes, and just fun times. That's it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm dressing up this weekend though for Halloween.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, really?
My
A video game costume or a video game inspired?
I wish it's not though. It's
But your girlfriend won't let you, right?
Yeah, we're doing the Bob's Burgers people.
Oh, no. Okay.
I have the hat downstairs. I have
Exactly.
Louise's hat with the ears.
Yeah, so we're doing that super easy, and it's right next door, so I can stumble back to
Oh,
my house.
nice.
Oh,
That's
that's
always the
amazing.
best.
Lynn
man.
and Bob?
Always the best.
Yeah, I think it's
Linda
Linda
and
and Bob. Yeah,
I'll come as
Bob.
Jimmy Pesto.
there you go.
Speaking
Hey,
about
Bob.
stumbling, Rob, I don't know if you want to talk about our fun time at the wedding.
Oh, yeah. You guys went to, I saw
Oh, I
some
love
pictures on
weddings.
Instagram this weekend.
We
You guys
let
got
me just
full
say
tuxedo.
we
Full
look
tuxedo.
fucking
Yeah.
good. We
That was
look
it.
real good.
Those,
you know what I mean?
those
I
shoes
didn't see
look
these
nice
pictures.
and
I didn't see
shiny,
them.
boys.
Yeah, those shoes, like, what is that? Patent leather? Get some
I don't know. They were
shiny-ass
rentals, man,
shoes?
but they were nice.
Okay. Nice.
Sweet.
When I went to go rent my shoes, I got them, and they put the shoes in the tux bag, right? And I was like packing the car to go to the place that we needed to be, and I just happened to take the shoes out right before I left. I didn't even check them, but I looked at them, and there was like huge like cut, like they took a box cutter at the shoe, and I was like, what would have
Oh my
happened
God.
if I like got to the place and like
Yeah.
and I was just like, so I like called the place. I was like, you guys, did someone stabbed my shoes? Like you gave me some broken ass shoes. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was just like, come on, guys.
His shoes were in that YouTube guy's video chopping steaks in his shoes with the big sword.
Exactly.
Evan.
They got sent
Or
back from the
Ethan.
Cold Steel factory.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Steak in
Imagine
the
just-
boot.
Like what happened? I mean, I knew we were in New Haven.
It's
but
probably
like,
when they were uncut, like cutting it off of the pallet or some shit, that went right into the box or something. with the
maybe,
knife.
but yeah,
Like when they were getting
Really?
them
You
new
think
from
so?
the-
Oh man, it wouldn't be a It wouldn't be like a stressful event without some fucking fastball like that, though, being thrown at you. You know what I mean?
For sure, dude.
I hate that crap.
His
Overall,
toes
it's
just
a
cut off.
great
His
time,
toes
though.
are hanging out.
Yeah, right.
I didn't have time to get new shoes.
Just wiggling him during the ceremony.
It was in a church too. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, right.
We are joined here today.
Hanging 10. That's good. That's what they call
Rob's
hanging
just
10.
squeaking his toes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Nate? You have anything? I don't really do anything for this usually.
Do what for what? Oh, the
For
spooky season.
Spooky season.
I really wanted to get on more Resident Evil Village VR, but I've had 2 or 3 really big headshot jobs, and it's consumed most of my free time. And then work is getting insanely busy, so I don't have any time to not play games at work. But
Not
that.
play games at work.
and then it's just a whirlwind right now. So it's finally coming down. I just got to find some winter tires for my new car. Got a new car,
Oh, nice.
That's easy.
Volkswagen Teos.
Oh,
get 'em.
SUV.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. The Highline. I got the sunroof.
Okay.
I got the heated seats and the
large
cooling
sunroof.
seats.
Dude, cooling seats. I used to have cooling seats back in my other
Oh
car.
man,
It's a game
I love
changer,
it.
man.
It's amazing. It's
Game
I don't
amazing.
understand how it works.
Like I don't.
How
My
does that
back
work?
don't sweat no more.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Think there's
I
a
wish I had-
fan in the seat, right?
No,
would
I think
imagine?
they just pump the AC into the seat, and there's just vents,
Yeah.
and it just
Into the cushioning.
comes onto your back and flows.
It feels so nice and
it's so
cool,
good.
dude. You
Yeah.
never have back sweat ever.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is like a luxury item.
living
For
large.
Nathaniel, that's a life changer. Okay, that's
Wow.
not a game changer.
That's
a
like our
life
buddy,
changer.
our buddy Squirty Wort had this
That's
controller.
a great name, by the way.
Wordy word.
Squirty wort.
Yeah, he had. Well, it's funny because he could spell it on the keyboard, just very easily. It's SQWERT. But he had this old controller, and his palms would get so fucking sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
And he bought a controller with a fan in
With
it.
fans in it, yeah.
With fans in it.
That's amazing. That's actually sick.
It's funny. He used to he would come over and visit, and I'm very particular about my shit, guys. Like when someone touches my stuff, and if they have hands like Squirty Wort, I would pick up my controllers after, and I'm like, what the fuck happened here?
no.
Like, what is
This is,
this? and I have to
warm.
Windex the
I
shit out of
remember-
it.
Oh, you got
And I
that
remember-
sweat residue on there.
Oh yeah.
And when he'd throw you off your game, he'd playing, and then he would just put his sweaty palm on your back. Or on your head or something. You're like, ah!
It was bad. It was bad.
Oh my gosh.
I every
Man,
second
that's
of this.
funny.
Oh,
That's
man.
funny.
That is fucking hilarious. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, I don't do anything usually for this other than play maybe a scary game or something like that.
Yeah,
you know? But
neither do I. My
Is there,
birthday
is
really
there a
Saturday.
game in particular that you want to play this time of year? Or I know Nate said...
Last year I played Alien Isolation, and it was so fucking scary. I couldn't even. I played 2 hours of it. I was like, that is all I can do because it is so fucking
They don't have
scary.
it on Game Pass. I think they pulled it or
I know
something.
they took it off.
Did
Yeah.
they? Oh, I was thinking about trying that too.
It's
know.
worth it though. I mean, it's such a good game. It's so.
I don't know
scary,
how much
though.
it is
I,
now,
I
though.
can't.
Well, they just
I think
added
it's $40 or something.
they just added Callisto Protocol to the PS Plus.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and Dead Space, the remake, to
remake,
Game
yeah.
Pass.
Those are scary games. Those
I
are
was
scary.
thinking one that's coming out, I think, this week, which is Alan Wake 2. And
Oh, yeah.
we've seen
Oh,
the
yeah,
reviews,
and yeah,
this
they're
week.
popping off.
They're
eh?
amazing, dude. 10s
What
everywhere.
the fuck?
Right.
I never
Do I
saw
need to
it.
play
down
the
for
first
that.
one?
Never played the
haven't
first
played
one
the
either,
first one.
but you don't have to from what it's from.
Yeah.
what
Okay.
the
They
developers
do
said.
a recap thing for you at the
Oh,
beginning.
nice.
So.
That's good.
Okay, nice.
Does it run like
Okay.
shit? Do we know the performance on it?
They
No.
GameSpot reviewed the PC version of the game, and they gave it a 10 out of 10. So I'm assuming it's
running pretty good.
So
10 out of
Interesting.
10.
And that's like a
bad.
psychological thriller type of experience.
Yeah.
So I'm all for that. I
Same
love
guys-
horror games. So
Same guys who made Control and Max
yes.
Payne, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're familiar with
Oh,
Control,
Max Payne.
that's like a mind fuck. So definitely it'll
Okay.
probably be in the same.
Cool.
Yeah.
Damn, dude,
my
a 10? To
10.
give a 10?
Yeah, like a 10 is perfect. I never and probably
Yeah,
will
I've never
never
given
give a
game
game a 10. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Because there's always something wrong.
Well,
There's
it's
always something
unrealistic.
wrong.
I can't give something a 10 out of 10. There's no such thing as a 10 out of 10.
You can't think of any game a 10 out of 10. Not one single game a 10 out of 10.
A game that gets 10 out of 10 from me is I would have said nothing to myself throughout the entire gameplay, like, oh, I wish they did this. Or I was playing and I'm like, oh, I don't like what they did there. If I don't say that through the entire game, it's a 10 out of 10. And I've always have something to say about what I don't like in a game.
Okay.
Because 10 out of 10's got to be perfect. It's got to be the perfect game for me. I have to have zero issues with it for it to be a 10 out of 10. That's why I will never give it 10 out of 10.
Zero issues. Yeah.
Yep.
You're dreaming, man. You're dreaming, pal.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I can't.
I'm
Think
trying
of
to think of one,
but
but no, I can't think.
I've
of one.
given
we can-
9s, 9.5s, but
Yeah,
I've
we
never
can say
given
10 out of 10 because we're just like, oh my God, I love it. But like objectively, 10 out of 10 is just not, in my opinion, possible.
Yep.
But Rob said you may have one?
Yeah, one. And it's an old
Okay.
game. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Oh, okay.
No.
What do you mean? No. It set the standard for all the the games we
very
have
good.
today, right?
It's a very good
Well,
game.
yeah. I
And
mean,
it has its, again, I can't say it has issues because it's not 10 out of 10 if it has issues, right? So
So it has no
That's
issues.
it.
Yeah,
Just
no
lie to yourself. That's all.
not it has zero issues, guys. It's a perfect game. Perfect game.
that's it. Okay. All right.
Drink
Well,
my
we'll
beer.
take it.
Shut up.
Fuck.
I can't think of anything wrong with it right now. So
See? Yeah.
There you
I'll
go.
take your word
Good
for it.
game.
All right. Should we? What do we? Who's playing what right now? We going into game time?
We're going into game time, boys.
Let's do it.
Okay. We're back. Game time. So what are you playing? What are you playing? Who's playing what here?
Who wants to start?
I'll start. I think Rob and I are kind of on the same level here. We're playing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Can I get an
my
amen?
God, it's a 10 out of 10 right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's definitely
No,
issues
no.
with the game, especially Rob had one little glitch that was hysterical, the little box glitch there.
Yeah, that was super weird.
What about
Yeah.
the Cuban and Puerto Rican flag? Did you guys pick that up?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't notice it until I saw that online, but
yeah.
that's such a fuck up, dude. Like, come on.
What
like,
happened? I need context. Give me a
so,
little.
and mind you,
summary.
this happened in the last game too, but they
Oh, really?
mistakenly switched the Puerto Rican flag with the Cuban flag, and Miles
okay.
is Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican,
Right.
half black, and so in his house you'll see a Cuban flag rather than a Puerto Rican flag.
Just the wrong race.
And I was just like, how do you mess that up? Like, this is not even the first time. This is the second time. Like, come on, guys.
Like
Wow,
one
it's the
time,
second
okay,
time?
Like,
let
I get
go.
it one time. You're like, yeah, but that's so they're fixing it. They've already said that they'll address it. So we're just waiting for a patch. But
When I got
right.
to that part of the game, I knew that was like an issue. I knew that they did that.
Oh, okay.
And I get into the apartment and I look at the flag and I knew this happened already, right? And I'm like, that's the wrong flag. That's not the right. I'm like, yep.
we done fucked up.
It's not good. Not good. What would happen if like we had the American flag somewhere and they like replaced it with like the British flag or something like
I was
that?
just
like,
thinking that.
Yeah, but
But
I
this is
looked-
just as
I
good
looked-
as doing that, or just as bad.
I looked at the Puerto Rican
it
and the
would still be
Cuban flag,
funny.
and they're similar. The colors are swapped.
Colors are
right?
swapped.
Yeah.
So it'd be like Italian flag. What's the Italian
With
flag?
Mexican
Italian
flag?
looks
Yeah,
like
with the Mexican flag without
but
the-
also Ireland
without the
looks
little-
like, you know,
Yeah,
emblem.
Ireland.
Yeah,
similar.
It's
France,
for a game that has a strong representation, right?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of like a weird fuck up to have. You know what I mean?
It's
pretty
worse.
bad.
Yeah, it makes it.
It makes it a lot worse. If
pretty
it was like, let's say, I don't know, Back for Blood,
Yeah.
which I'm sure we'll be talking about soon.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they had like some random flag. They're like, who
Nobody's
gives a
gonna
fuck,
give
right?
a shit, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, it's
Yeah,
not really it's not ingrained in like the main character's fucking
Exactly.
culture.
Yeah, yeah.
But this being Miles, everyone knows Miles at this point, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of like a weird thing to do. But regardless, that game is really good. Like,
Nice.
better than the first one in my opinion, and we talked about it in our last episode, which should be out when this is out, so if you guys want to check it out, shameless plug. But it's such a fun game, and I think it's like one of the best Sony games when it comes to just having fun, like having just that
Right.
fun factor. Like Sony, they're known for having this like top tier, like over the top, AAA budget titles, whereas this game has all that, but it's just the fun factor in it makes it worthwhile, right? And then the traversal in the game is just top notch. You can't really compete
Yeah,
with anything
it's
else.
sweet.
It's so good, dude. It's so good.
Like fucking flying around on the fucking wingsuit. Is
Dude, the wingsuit?
so sick.
So cool.
It's
the wind
like
tunnels
it's
too.
like you're Superman. Like you're literally just flying around the city like Superman. I was like, this is so sick. And then you can just start swinging if you want. And the fast traveling is
Oh my
instant.
God. Yep.
It instantaneously just goes right over to that
That's
place on
sick.
the map.
That's sick.
Like it's fucking sweet.
But you don't
It's
even
very
want to
cool.
fast travel in the game. Like you don't even want to. You just want to swing
No, I
to
don't.
the place.
I don't very
Yeah.
often.
What did they
Unless
do
it's like
for
completely on the.
what did they do for Miles Morales, the game itself for fast traveling? It was like a subway cutscene, like you're on the subway or something. I don't
think
remember.
so.
Yeah,
Or
it
it
was.
showed him on like a train.
It was a train. Yeah,
I
it
never
was a train.
fast
Yeah,
tracked.
I like that though. It's kind of like, okay, well at least it's like giving me some sort of context or like explanation for the fast traveling. It's like, oh, I'm on a subway.
It was
now.
cool because you can see your suit, and it's like kind of nice to see.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
now you don't need
Yeah.
that because it's all instantaneously, right? So
Right.
It kind of
Wow.
cuts that, and that's another great thing. That's a great point where this game cuts a lot of fat from like the previous games, right? Where you're noticing you don't have that fast travel feature because they don't need it anymore. A lot of the side quests or mini games are cut down. Like you know how like the first game you had so many
Yeah.
of the like car chases, like that was like
Yeah.
the numerous things, like that's kind of cut down.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many
Okay.
things that they like tweaked a little bit, but they made so much better. And then quality of life things are just like out of this world, you know?
Nice.
The one big thing I like is the fact that if you're doing a puzzle and you don't want to do the puzzle, you can literally just pause and then just skip the puzzle if you want. You know?
Oh, I
Wow.
like that. I
They
hate
thought
puzzles.
of me in the
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Saves
I
you
then-
I've
fucking
never
hate
done
puzzles.
that. I didn't even know you could skip puzzles. What do you mean
Oh, yeah.
skip puzzles?
But-
like the little plant things and stuff.
Yeah, you can skip those. But to be fair, the puzzles are insanely easy. So if you do
Okay,
skip
well,
the
that's
puzzles,
hard.
you are
That's okay.
dumb.
Yeah, it says something about you.
I am dumb, but this is the thing though. I hate the puzzles. I'm like you, Nate. I'm like
Yeah,
I
I
don't want to
don't-
do this. I
I
did
don't
it
wanna
once or
waste my
twice,
fucking
and I'm
time.
just like I don't want to keep doing this. Like I don't want to waste my
fair.
time on this. And
Okay,
again, that's
well,
what I mean by
that's
cutting the
good
fat.
to know.
You know what I mean?
Because I've been just sitting there blasting molecules and all
Yeah,
this
but
bullshit.
how
like,
smart do you feel after you blast those molecules? All right, you feel
I'm
pretty.
just like, why am I doing this?
Yep.
Oh, another thing I
fuck.
want to ask you guys. Did you get to the Mary Jane part yet where you play as Mary Jane?
Yeah.
yes.
Do you care for that? Do you wish it was just cut out? Did it have a point in the game?
Which one is this? Are
It
you
was
talking
pretty
about
cool.
the
Yeah.
old game or the new game?
Because I
there's
hated
an
it in the old one. I
The old one was
was
awful.
like, can I
It was
skip this,
awful.
please?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
bad. That was bad. the
No,
old
this one wasn't bad because it was
Okay.
it was cool. You were like sneaking around Craven's like base,
Okay.
trying to free Kurt Connors, the lizard.
Oh.
Yeah,
And full disclosure, I don't know if Rob beat the game yet. I haven't beat the game
I
yet.
didn't read it either. You know.
Me
John,
either, no.
you okay? Just
No.
making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so we've gotten to that point. I don't mind it, but it's better than the first game for sure. I would rather not have it in the game if I had the option. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just it is what
Do
it
I
is.
do I roll my eyes when they put me in the Mary Jane? I'm like, oh, we're gonna do this shit again. Okay, all right, let's do it.
Well, because I mean, she has.
can't even swing.
She doesn't
She got
swing
no
around. She
powers.
doesn't jump around. She has no powers. Like I don't want to
No.
fucking play as somebody who
Like,
doesn't have powers. I don't care who. it is.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
don't want to play
that's
as a
exactly
fucking
it.
journalist in a Spider-Man game. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, that's not fun. This isn't LA Noir. You know.
I agree.
Play as you play as the side characters.
Yeah,
with a
well,
new
great.
game.
Now I know that it's coming up. I won't even play the game now.
there you
No,
go.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's fine.
pretty cool.
I just watched Into the Spider-Verse on UHD, the first
So
one,
good.
and
So good.
got me really pumped.
It
Got
was
me
sick in
very
theater.
pumped.
I'd like to watch it here, actually. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah. Oh, you guys got to start playing this. It's oh yeah, Nathaniel made me buy it physically, and then he says he's going to borrow it. Now he's not even going to buy it.
There you go. Rob took
should
mine.
just-
He stole
I
mine.
took Kelvin's. I was like, you downloading your PS5? He's like, yep. I'm like, okay. I just
Oh, you guys share? Like your family share? Nice. Yeah. Fuck.
that's the way to do it. That's
Nice.
the way
Good
to do it.
I think Daniel has
Really?
my account on his PlayStation, so he has
Yeah.
access to.
So
my
like
game.
next time if there's a cool game that I want to buy and you know I'm like, hey Rob, buy this game, so I'm gonna download it, and he's like,
Yeah.
all right.
Nice.
Why
Yeah.
didn't we just do that?
I was
Why do
talking
we
to
have to buy physical?
Because I think you can only be on one other PlayStation or something. Is there a
you
rule?
Can't be a PlayStation whore.
I can't put my account on yours and Daniel's. I don't think.
Oh yeah, I think it's only one place. I'm not too sure though. I'm not too
So
sure.
I would
Like,
have to put Jonathan's on mine, and then mine's on Daniel's.
something like that.
Yeah.
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 But then,
Well, you know.
you have the one account that's like the main account, I guess.
Right.
That's
But
like,
boys, we got to keep physical media alive, okay?
That's true.
Yeah, I
we're
need
killing.
to trade it in.
We're
I
killing
wanted to trade it in. You know. I'm gonna trade it in after. So I'll keep it.
I
Trade it,
always
sell
go
it,
physical for
make
big
some money
games
after.
like this.
Yeah.
Not make money, but get some money back.
Yeah, recoup some of
because
the
they're
costs that you
so
put
fucking
into.
expensive now. How much
Yeah,
was the
I
game?
hear that.
$100 Canadian.
75. Yeah, probably
Fuck
$100
me.
Canadian.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, let me say. Okay, the game is amazing. Now, are you at all
pun intended.
concerned that it's the same game exactly?
I was gonna ask
identical
that too.
To the old ones. Like,
Ooh, pick me.
are you at all concerned about this? Like, while it is amazing, I mean,
It's like why?
I thought that.
How
though. I was
amazing
looking
can it
at
be?
screens and
it's a
videos. I was
formula
like,
that they've been using that is just the same.
It's,
know what I mean?
It's a sequel, so it shouldn't be insanely different. It should just be an extension of the first one.
But it is the third time they've done it now.
Well, Miles Morales was like kind of like
It was still the same
I
game.
don't appreciate you always cutting out Miles Morales, Rob. Miles Morales
Half-Seas
is a
game.
was
it's a
the
phenomenal
sequel.
game.
it's a halvesies game. It
This
is
the
a
third
Spider-Man
game.
1.5. All right, it's not the full-fledged sequel. So
that's how I looked at it too, but it was still amazing.
Yeah, it's
It
so
was
great.
I need you to put some respect on that.
Well, I'm loving Spider-Man too, so if that makes
Okay,
sense.
okay.
There you go.
Okay. But I was just saying, like, the gameplay loop is all the same, like,
Yeah.
and it's just the story that is continued. Now that's fine because it's so good. But I mean, is that a good like the next one? They change it something? They change
I would
something
say
on the
yes.
next
There
one?
probably
Is
should
that the
be some
next one?
cooler, some like maybe some
I
different.
think
Like, if they do this again, is that okay?
No,
I would
know
say
what I
no.
mean?
You
I'm
get
going to
stale.
say no.
It would get stale.
because I didn't pick the game up because I knew that not much is going to be different other than you're getting Venom, you're getting Buddy. You know what I mean?
My God,
I didn't,
Venom, dude.
Buddy?
the Beast guy in the woods.
MJ.
What's his name?
Oh, Craven.
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 It's
I'm like,
MJ.
who's Buddy in the game?
Oh yeah, Craven. Yes,
Yeah.
Craven is
So, like,
sick.
all right, but, like-
I didn't drop the $100. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be great, but like, I've got so many other games to play, and I'll just listen to these guys talk about it, and I'll get Jonathan to buy it, and then I'll borrow it. You know?
So I 100% understand that. But when it comes to like Diablo 4, like is that and I'm coming from a standpoint where like, I haven't played Diablo,
Yeah.
so but I'm looking at it from my lens and I'm like, this looks the same. Is it the
Yeah,
same?
but it
Is
was the same.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
not
But-
the same as 3. I mean, technically, but
I mean, it's a
the
long time.
story
It was, yeah.
the story was good in 4, but like I'm not just gonna keep playing it over and over and over again. Like,
Guys, I've got like 400 hours in Diablo 4.
yeah, I already have like 300 hours.
So
in
then,
Diablo
does that
4,
change your
so-
perspective? Like if Diablo 5 comes out, do you want it to change the formula? It's kind of like the same situation, or like Overwatch 2, right? It's like the same formula.
I will rebut because I was. Is that a word, Daniel?
That is a word, but you did good.
Cha-ching!
That was good. That was good. That was good.
Wow, the dick my butt. Man, I'm gonna have to get that soundbite.
Yeah, you should.
Oh fuck! So how I see it is, we were huge into like MMO RPGs, right? And then when we got out of World of Warcraft and I got out of Final Fantasy, you know, I didn't want to jump into like super maximum MMO RPG absorb my life kind of thing, right?
Okay.
But like Diablo 4 and the Diablo franchise meets me kind of halfway in a way where I get that kind of itch and I get that kind of addiction, but it's not like super World of Warcraft addiction and it's not Final Fantasy 14 addiction.
Okay.
You know?
You get
It's
your,
like-
your dailies out of the way.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That
yeah.
kind
And
of thing.
I smash some things, I collect some loot, I like the feeling, and then I'm out.
I see.
That's why I keep coming back to Diablo games because they give me micro doses of my
Progression.
of my
Yeah,
cocaine.
but it took so long to get to 100.
Oh,
and I was just like,
I haven't got to 100
I was
yet.
like, I've been doing the same thing over and
Yeah,
over
yeah.
again for the last 30 hours of gameplay. Like literally the same thing.
I kind of
just
feel the
going up
same
in
way.
level.
I feel the same
I
way
was
with
just like-
Spider-Man 2, right? Where, and I've talked to Rob about this numerous times, where the combat in the game is very samey. It's repetitive as
Oh, yeah.
fuck, right?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
fun, but after the first 5 hours or so, you're like, all right, it's the same enemies, it's the same kind of like
Yeah.
fighting mechanics. Like I get it. Like I want to
Yeah.
get past the fighting sometimes to just get into the story or the swinging. Like I want to get
Yeah.
past that.
That's why
So-
I do stealth. I do stealth
Oh,
takedowns
yeah.
so
Yep.
so I don't have to really
Yep.
Go
But then
through
it
the
takes so
fighting all
much
the
longer
time.
too. I feel like I'm just like,
Yeah.
whatever. But to answer your
Yeah,
question,
sure.
John, I think they definitely have to do something else for Spider-Man 3, right? Because and I think they tried to do this with Spider-Man 2 with the whole, switching between Spider-Man and Miles Morales, right? They have different gameplay
That was
mechanics that
Yeah.
kind of change it up for you,
Like
right?
fighting techniques and stuff.
Yeah. So it keeps it fresh for sure. But overall, the core mechanic is you're swinging, you're fighting, kind of similar to Batman Arkham series, and you're progressing through the story. I just feel like the
you find
story
it
is
similar-
so good, though.
Do you find the combat is similar to like God of War? It uses the same formula. It's like that timing, circle dodge.
Yeah. Even with Final, I
And-
would say Final Fantasy 16, it's very similar to Final Fantasy 16, where
Oh, is it?
yeah, well, not like in the sense that you have the, like you said, the L1 to dodge, and you have your special abilities where you hit L1 and circle or square. It's
Yeah.
mapped out to whatever.
Yeah.
They're all very samey in that sense.
I think that's just a good formula for
Yeah, it
for
just
combat.
it feels good. Yeah,
Because the Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor games, they were the exact same too.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were amazing. Those games are so sick.
And hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
2 sold 2.5 million copies.
Maybe
on
I'm
its
just
first
waiting
day.
for the next, formula.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
I will say
I'm
it's
waiting for the
very
next.
cool that they're introducing the Venom component, because like if you're playing as Venom, that's already a +1 for like the
Right, it's getting
variation of the
different-
game. Like you're not
Yeah.
stuck in Spider-Man's kind of mechanic groove
Right.
or loop. Instead,
there's a
you're
separate
playing as
tree
this
for the
total
symbiote.
other character
There's
with
a
like a
separate
villain.
skill tree.
Yeah, that's cool.
from what I've read, in the third game, possibly they would explore adding additional Marvel characters into the game again, but
Okay.
more of like a Avengers type style,
Oh.
like introducing those guys. And
Damn.
but
Man,
they
imagine
doing it right.
Avengers was like this, was like use the same thing.
God, dude.
And they had all the fucking characters and all of their combat. Like that would be so
Sign
sick.
me up. Sign me up.
Yeah,
That would be fucking cool.
they all had
as
like
hell.
their mechanic, but it felt like just like Spider-Man. It just feels natural. It would feel they all have their own thing. It would be
Yeah.
And I could play as Hawkeye.
Yeah.
That's the one
Hawkeye
guy.
sniper.
You
A
pick
better
that.
version.
You pick that guy. Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Did you watch the show, Hawkeye show?
Yes.
No, I didn't watch it.
You did? Oh, I liked it. It was good.
Oh, okay.
I fell off after Loki. After the Loki finish, I'm like, all right.
I think it was before Loki.
Was
Yeah,
it?
I was. Yeah.
I
It was
somehow
just like
watched.
it was cool
all
because
of-
it was on Christmas too. It was like a Christmas thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I like
It
the
was-
Christmas show.
It's a cool Christmas thing to watch.
all of WandaVision, and I was like, okay. And then I started. I watched the 2 episodes of
That was
Captain
like the
America.
first
and I
one
was like,
though. That was the first show, right?
I know,
WandaVision?
I know. And then I
It was
watched 2
good.
episodes of Captain America. I was like, I can't do this, man. Because then I see
That's
all
what I
these
did.
shows
That's
coming
exactly
out,
what I did.
and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not. I can't commit to like 4
Captain
more
America.
character spin-offs and like,
Yes,
holy
They
fuck.
just take so long to get to the
Oh,
point.
the Falcon one. What was it called?
yeah,
the
the
Captain
Thunder
America.
Cougar, Falcon, America, Bird.
Yeah,
that
Falcon
very
and Winter
good.
You
Soldier,
nailed it.
right?
Nailed
Falcon and
it.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Rob.
Yeah, that was a good show. That was a good one. I don't know.
It was, but see, I compare those shows to like The Boys. Have you guys watched The Boys on Amazon?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
They
so
haven't.
Yeah. I've
Oh,
seen it.
it's so. I think they're so much better because everything's just like sped up and like getting
Yeah.
to the point. There's always like a
Totally.
oh shit moment.
That last season of The
yeah.
Boys, it made me so fucking angry.
Yeah.
I was furious.
There's a spin-off now, right? It's
Yeah, I
called
watched
like
it.
what I don't know what it's called right now, but
Something
Gen V.
Gen V.
Gen
yeah.
V.
Gen V, yeah. Is it
Yeah,
good?
I've seen it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, we're watching it. We're up to date, I think. But yeah, it's
Did they keep the goriness in it?
same
or-
style. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you guys watched Invincible?
Oh, the first
Yes.
season,
No.
yeah. Is that out yet, the second one?
Second one, November,
Oh, okay.
first week of November.
Let's
So, it's coming.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's a
Damn.
good show. Definitely
Nice.
watch it.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Let's
Talk about some games. I've got
Yes,
some
I
things.
was going to say that. I was just going to ask you. I was just going to throw it over to you.
Guys,
What games have you played?
I finally finished Lies of Pepe.
I want to hear about this. Let's go.
Yeah. I need your thoughts.
Lies
yeah.
of Penis.
This game, for me, was brutally hard. Brutally hard. Like the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 chapters, I was like, okay, this ain't so bad. This ain't so bad. This ain't so bad.
I got this.
And then like, holy fuck, man! I'll be doing the whole
not
YouTube
so hot.
review, but
Not so
This
bad.
I've beaten Elden Ring, which took me about 90 hours. I think I played Elden Ring, and then I played Demons. I beat Demon Souls, which took me about 45 hours.
Okay.
This game took me 71 hours.
Okay.
And it's shorter than those other games, right?
I don't think it's shorter.
Okay.
Okay, because one of my biggest
It took you more
issues.
time.
Well, my biggest issue was there was a lot of chapters. Okay, there's 11 chapters.
There's a lot of reading.
There's 11 chapters?
There's 11 chapters, man.
Oh, I'm on chapter 4 and I'm like, I'm almost beating this game. I'm going to get
Yeah.
No.
That's
no,
exactly what
no.
I was at chapter 5 and I was like, I gotta be near the end. Oh no.
Wow.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
All right.
Okay.
I hate
This
when
game
that
could have been. This game could have ended at chapter 8. I think it would have been perfect if they ended it like 2 or 3 chapters. Because when you get to chapter 11, Rob, I don't. Just if you get to chapter, if you're gonna push
If I
that
even
far.
get there, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get. Wait, call me bitch. I'm gonna get there. Come
No,
on.
no. If you just like get tired and like drop off, but like 11 has like 8 stargazers or something, like 9.
Oh, and there's
Bonfires?
usually only like 4
Yeah.
stargazers in it. Okay.
Oh,
Oh
man,
my goodness.
and it gets so hard. Like for me, it's hard. You've played a lot more of these games than I have, but like, holy shit.
I'm at the Archbishop right now, and he's kind of
Okay.
kicking my butt a little bit.
Okay.
I haven't
Okay.
beaten him, but
I got through him pretty good, pretty
Okay.
easily. Not easily, but like maybe like 10 tries. Usually, what I'll do is I'll try 10, 15 tries myself without the help of a minion.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I'm just like, okay, fuck it, I'll start minion, and then I'll go buy a bunch of throwables, and that's
then
how
just
I'll just finish the fight that way, right? So they have a way of giving you an easy mode or an easy way out, but it still can get pretty hard, even with your minion and even with your throwables. So like, but near the end,
Is that what you're saying when you cheesing it? You were
Yeah.
cheesing bosses?
yeah,
when
that's a cheese.
That's a cheese.
whenever you cheese a boss,
That's the cheese.
so there's one boss
puts
where
that shit on everything.
there's one boss
cheese
where I
on
get
it.
this boss
Get that
stuck
cheese
behind a
on it.
rock kind of thing, right? And he's like running after me, but he's stuck on a rock, and I just whip grenades in
You're
his
like,
face.
this game is easy.
No, that was like my 30th try on the guy. I was like, I got to get this guy done. So then I'll just like get him stuck somewhere and whip grenades in his face, and he'll die. But like I'll always try.
is
I always
dumb.
try to do it properly first. But
That is so dumb.
I do have one question for you for Liza P.
Yeah.
I know with that game you can disassemble weapons and put different
Oh,
blades on different handles, which is really cool.
so cool.
But towards the end of the game, did you end up opting to upgrade the weapons that are standalone that are you don't have to do that you can't disassemble them?
So
Like, what'd you find the strongest weapons? I guess.
I ended up with the 2 dragon sword, which is a katana, which is a special weapon, so you can't swap
Okay, so you can't
handles.
upgrade it. Okay.
You can upgrade it. You can only upgrade it to like level 5 versus level 10 on the customized ones.
Okay.
But until that point, like chapter, I think it was 9, I was using a spear, quick spear, choop, 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 little choop, choop, choop,
Okay, I
and
don't
then
think I-
dodge
Little
out.
pokes. You just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poker.
Acid
Vladimir
spear.
the poker.
Acid
Vladislav
spear.
the poker.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge. Like you have to really find the enemy's weaknesses, right? So you got to use fire against the corpses. You got to use electricity against the puppets, and you got to use
Oh, like Pokemon resistance.
acid against humans, like shit
Yeah,
like
but
that.
it's way more of a pain in the ass than
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon is.
See, every time you guys talk about this game, like we were in a Discord a few like nights ago, and just hearing you guys banter about this game, I'm just like, damn, I really want to play. Like, I need
good.
to play this game. And Rob
very
keeps
good.
telling me like, you will love this game, and I know I will. I just need to find that time to like really put some hours in.
Like I think the polish that they put on it, like how it looks and feels, it looks so good. Unreal Engine 4, like they blew it out of the water with this game. It looks so sick. Like the design of everything, very cool, very cool, very cool, very cool.
I recommend you play Bloodborne, man.
I
'Cause
will
if,
soon,
if
yeah.
you love this game.
I think I
then
got it. I think I got it with the PS5, right? With the PlayStation.
Yeah,
PlayStation
uh,
Plus. Yeah.
But it's only 30
Collection.
FPS, so I don't know if
Yeah.
you want to deal with that.
I know,
It's-
I know. I was waiting, but there's
You
not going to be a
snob.
60
And
You
Yeah.
FPS. coming.
FPS snob.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, we're all FPS snobs here, right?
But
It just makes such a big
not me.
difference. Like 30%, 30%,
Yes, you
30
are,
FPS
Daniel.
versus 60% or 60 frames per second. It's just like night and day now. you
yeah,
know?
Yeah.
Nowadays, yeah, because like we've been spoiled.
Yeah, we've been spoiled.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Speaking of being spoiled,
Maybe
like
we
Spider-Man, right? We you can change it to fidelity mode, you can change it to performance mode, and I tried fidelity mode just to see, like, I want prettier graphics, like I want to see how it is, dude. It looks gorgeous, right? Obviously, as soon as you start swinging, it looks like dog shit. It looks so fucking bad.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like
really,
choppy, and it's just
Okay.
oh,
That's probably because your televisions do not support a variable refresh rate. VRR, there is a setting, an option.
Turn it off.
There's an option in, if you have it, maybe you didn't see this, but I have an option.
Your
to
TV's
turn
got to
on
be pretty new though for that. Shit.
VR. Yeah, you have to have a pretty new TV, but you can use 120 hertz mode and turn on VRR, and in fidelity mode you actually get 40 FPS.
Right, which I don't have VRR.
it's
So I'm
actually
assuming
sick.
if I turn off VRR on the settings, would that help?
the
Kinda
cinematic
like the-
mode, not
yeah,
cinematic.
Then
fidelity
you're
mode.
gonna
fidelity
lock.
mode.
You're gonna get locked at 30. I think,
30?
right? It's
Yeah.
targeting 30. Lock at 30. But if you have VRR and 120, it'll
It'll bump it up
unlock
to
and-
40.
and there'll be no frame cap, and it'll just it'll go higher than 40 sometimes.
Yeah,
So
but then
it'll
you'll
just-
feel that variation, no?
You don't really. You
Okay.
don't. I haven't really noticed it. It's like a solid 40, I think, at least. So it's really nice. It's
should
really
be able
nice.
to do
and
that
that's
on
fidelity mode with like the ray tracing and everything on.
Oh
so
wow,
it's pretty
nice.
sick.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Cool.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, so Liza P, very good. I'm done. I'm glad I'm done. I almost quit because I don't want to. I don't want to give the spoilers at the end.
I quit on the first boss.
I don't want to give the spoilers at the end. So like,
Okay.
It was very close. I almost gave in, but I looked at my wife. She's sitting there beside me. She's like, "You can do it." I was like, yes, I can.
like a Happy Madison movie. You can do it, Billy. And the music
Hey, Happy,
playing.
can
And
I
then
have one of those?
Last night, Chris from 1 Hour 1 Decision was messaging me on Discord, and he's like, "Just stream the fucking game so I can watch you get your ass beat."
And
I was
you're
like-
sitting there for 15 hours.
And there,
getting
I'm on my
your ass
Xbox. I'm like, at like 12:30 in the morning, I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore. So like, I went to bed. Then I woke up because I had to take a massive piss. I woke up at like 7 a.m. and I played for an hour straight, and I fucking hammered it out. I was like, yeah.
beat. You did it at 8 in the morning?
Oh yeah.
Because he had energy. He was like ready to go and like
My
wired.
wits were
He-
about me, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
He went to bed angry that
Oh
night
yeah.
before.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
I was
man.
like, I can't let this game
I think
beat
you have
me.
a problem. You have a problem.
That's it. But like, here's
need
a question for you guys.
professional help.
Should I take a little break from these kind of games and play a little short game?
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
A little cleanse the
Play
palate.
rhyme.
Play a little
You
easy,
should play
something easy.
rhyme.
So
Cleanse
I
that
might
palate,
take Tony or Samurai Kibiji up on his recommendation of Planet of Lana.
Oh my
Very
god,
easy.
it's a great game. It's
Yeah?
it's just such a like chill.
Good. I just need
Turn
to
off your brain.
refresh, you know?
Yeah.
I need
Yep,
a little
that's what you need.
refresher. And then I'm going to jump right back in to Lords of the Fallen,
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
dark
is your
fantasy
problem?
action RPG.
Why do you hate yourself?
Like, what are you
Did we
doing?
guys tell you about the
Self-loathing.
Lords of the Fall? We were able to play the Lords of the Fallen demo at Comic-Con.
Oh, really?
Wait,
Yeah.
did we?
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
Comic-Con. Oh, I
yeah,
wasn't
Comic-Con. So we were there, and I actually saw Chazzy there for like a second.
What?
Literally,
Comic-Con
oh, wow.
in New
New
Jersey?
York, in New York City, yeah. New York
Oh,
City
really?
Comic-Con, yeah.
Nice, nice.
But they had this big tour bus of Lords of Fallen all over outside of the Javits Center, outside the convention center. And there was a line. We're like, up on it. We're like, okay. And there was like a couple people behind of us, and the developer, I guess, was up there. And we're like sitting in this line for at least half an hour at this point. And we're like, what the hell's going on? Like, do they have one TV in there? Turns
There's
out
much people.
the demo, they had 4 TVs in the tour bus, and the demo was an hour long.
Oh.
So people were sitting there for
So
an hour
yeah, you're not gonna
playing
play
the
the
fucking
game.
game. You're not going to get in there.
Yeah, so
my
we talked to the
God,
person in front of
that's
us, and we're
horrible.
like, "What is taking so long?" Like, oh, they're like, it's an hour long, and there's like time slots. So like, you guys might get into 2 o'clock time slot, but like, you guys might not align with each other because if there's like 3 people, like
Wow.
people in line, like you're not gonna go as a group, and then someone else is gonna have to wait another hour while you.
Right.
I was like, so we ended up like leaving, and being like, "That's
Yeah, yeah.
stupid. That's stupid."
Yeah,
An hour long
that's,
demo. An hour long demo.
Yeah,
That's
no.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's very long.
So real quick, what do you think of the
4
game?
hours.
Like, is it worth? Like, obviously, you want to go back to it, right, Nate? So,
Oh yeah.
Try-
Oh yeah. Well, I played like 10 hours of it.
Oh yeah, I remember you sent that video of you the platforming level thing, and
getting your ass beat, dude.
Fuck, that pissed
Thing
me
knocked
off.
you off the stage.
Like there's this whole there's a whole area of the
I
game
laughed.
or checkpoint where it's like scaffolding and ladders and
Yeah.
all this shit on the
Wonderful.
side of a mountain, right? Fuck.
Just a
Just
Nice.
platforming in those games because the camera angles are always dog shit in those fucking games. They're shit. So like you're trying to turn the corner or get on top of a platform, and the camera's really slow to like follow you, and you just smoked in the face, and you're like, oh, and you go to back up. I go to back up, and I just fucking fall off.
yeah,
The fucking platform. Yeah. Oh my god. And then I'm climbing down the ladder to just like give me a time to breathe and just kind of calculate my surroundings. And the guy jumps off the platform and headbutts me off the ladder.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Next gen AI, man.
no, I love that.
But like when I was playing Lies of P, I kind of like wanted to play more of Lords of the Fallen because the way, I don't know, it looked really cool. The whole like swapping worlds with the lantern is so fucking cool. It's so cool.
That's like that sounds like something from A Link to the Past.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's like active.
Remember the little mirror?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
And you change.
This
the,
one's like,
to the
oh, there's a
dark world.
wall here. There's a wall here. I'll check the underworld, and you bring up your lamp, and there's like a path of like dead bodies and skeletons that have opened this thing. You're like, oh, sweet. And you walk through.
Oh,
it's
that
really
reminds
cool.
me of. Did you guys? Obviously, you guys played and beat Starfield, but there's one mission Starfield where you like go to this planet or this base and you go back and forth between like the Ravage version and
Yes,
like the normal.
yes.
That reminds
That's
me
part
exactly
of the.
of it.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'm literally
the,
playing that mission right now.
Oh, it's
Okay,
really
cool.
That's
cool.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
like frustrating,
Yeah.
but it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. I was like, I
that
didn't
the
have a lot of
Vanguard
time. I
quest
was like,
line?
I have to wait till I have more time to get into this level, so I didn't quite do it.
Is
yet.
that Vanguard?
I
you're doing?
blasted through that level.
No,
I was like,
that's
I
main
hate
story.
it.
It's
So I
not.
was
It
like,
is main story.
It's main story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's main story.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. Kelvin has no idea what we're talking about because he didn't play the game.
No.
I did not.
But
I
yeah,
did not.
that's it for me. Anybody
Okay.
else? Anybody else?
Daniel, what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about buttered sausage.
Why's in my face? What's it do to my face? Get out of my face. I pulled a face earlier because Rob, I was watching you drink your beer at one point, and you were like halfway done your pint, and then like suddenly it's just full again. I was like, you got a draft keg beside you there? You're just fucking like
Yeah, he's just like
just
always
filling it
full.
up. Okay.
It's at the bottom of his. It's at the bottom of his mic here.
Yep.
Is that one of those keg drafts?
That's what I was picturing. I was like, damn.
He's got a mini
Guy
keg.
knows how to
mini
live,
keg going.
man.
I wish.
Bubba kegs.
Not a bad idea.
It's actually part of my
off-
PC. I installed a keg into my PC, and
It's
Yeah.
beer cooled. Your PC.
yeah.
Yeah, he
You
drinks
don't actually
warm
have
beer.
a computer. It's just like a freezer, like a fridge. It's just
It's
a
warm
fridge with a
beer
bunch of
going
shit
through
in
his
it.
like
Cold
CPU.
beer. He puts cold
Like,
beer.
what the fuck? How does
He pours cold beer into the top, into the cooling, and then it warms it up, and then he drinks it while it cools his PC.
Yeah, no, I've been playing a few things, mostly just kind of like dipping my toes in, but Starfield is kind of the one thing that I've been chipping away at the most, but I got all three of the factions done that I wanted to. So
Nice,
I finished
yep.
Vanguard, I finished Crimson Fleet, I finished Free Star Collective, and now I'm doing the main story, which is where I got to that point now where I'm kind of doing the jump between things, and I was just like, oh, this is crazy. But I didn't, again, like I said, I didn't have a lot of time to get into that, and I wanted to really immerse myself, so I'm going to pause on it and I'll get back to it soon. I jumped in a little bit of Sea of Thieves because there was a new update and there's a new season coming, and they made it I think it's season 10, and they made it
10. Nice.
friendlier somehow.
What?
Like
do you
they
mean?
made it so that the game isn't so cutthroat, and Thrillhouse, my buddy Matt, who introduced me to kind of this new huge wave that I've been on playing it. He just like uninstalled it. He's like, nope. If it's getting friendlier, I don't want to play it, because the whole point of that game is to be a pirate and to be cutthroat
legend.
and to like earn your keep. on the sea and to get into PvP fights and like learn how to survive and do your thing. And he's right. And I don't know what it will entail. So we're going to find out. But they introduce like guilds and stuff.
Is it just
So
an
there's-
LTM, like a limited time mode, or is it an actual update that
wouldn't-
they're making?
No,
game?
I
why
think
they
that
do
it's just going to be easier going forward. Like, there's so many people on forums, like Sea of Thieves forums, commenting like, "I'm trying to play this game with my son, and it's people are just fucking ganking us." And like, you know what I mean? It's like, man, play another
Kelvin.
game then. What are you doing?
Stop playing this game. It's not for you.
So anyway, I don't know if they listen to these
so
comments and they
stupid.
read them and they're like,
That's
well,
hilarious.
okay, maybe we should like level the playing
make
field. or whatever.
servers for noobs. Make servers
Or
for
that,
families.
yeah.
You know.
But yeah, no, there's guilds now, and you can like donate your ship to a guild so that like everybody in your friend guild or whatever can use that ship instead of like just you being a captain and having to be on the server with them to use your ship. I think so. Stuff
Okay,
like
okay.
that. New additions, but
skin?
we didn't really. We dipped our toes in for the first time in a while, and we tried to do a Fort of Fortune, which is like the hardest, one of the hardest forts in the game that has like the rarest loot. And we show up to see if there was another crew doing it because again, I only have one. I still have one chest of legends to steal from another guild, so I get the legendary thief commendation. I need to have stolen.
I thought you
five.
were already
I'm
a
at 4 and
legendary
5.
thief.
No. I have one more chest to steal. I got my barnacle thing. That was 300 sunken chests I had to hand in.
Oh,
That was my rare achievement. But this, I still have one more chest to steal to get the legendary thief, and another crew wasn't at the event doing it. So I was like, fuck. So I was like, okay, well, we'll do it.
So
And
you
then
have
we
to
just
go
got
in.
ganked
Yeah,
doing
and-
it, and some guys showed up and
you have
totally
the third
fucking
party
pummeled
people.
us.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
you got
Yeah.
a third party.
Yeah,
third
so
party.
that wasn't that fun, but we
I'm aware.
also got a
I'm
decent haul in
familiar.
at the beginning of the night, so it wasn't all wasted. I
How many-
also loaded up Forza. Sorry, you had a question, Cal? Did you say something? Somebody
I
say
was just
something?
gonna say real quick, how many hours did you put into
Oh man, I think I'm at 400 plus now, almost 500
At
hours.
least.
Sea of
That's
Thieves, yeah,
crazy.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Maybe
Yeah, so-
one day you'll have a lot, like 3,600 hours. Okay, come talk to me when you have 3,600
Well,
hours.
Is that
on
Apex
what?
Legends?
Freak, man.
Apex, yeah, it has to be Apex.
Oh yeah, that's Apex for sure. But no, I loaded up Forza and I chose the Honda model they have, the R or something. What is it, Jonathan?
Type R?
Type
Civic
R.
Type R?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
yeah. So I chose the Honda
Okay,
for my starter, and I went to go do a fucking race the other night while I was waiting for you guys.
Crash.
Actually, when we were supposed to play, yeah, and it just crashed. I was like,
What
oh,
a
cool,
piece
cool,
of
cool,
shit.
cool, cool. So I didn't even get to play that. So we'll see. I did like the tutorial, whatever, and it was
See,
kind of cool.
here's the thing I don't like about those games, about Forza. When you start the game, it's like, we're going to put you in this insane sports car. We're going to put you in this Corvette, and it's going to handle beautifully, and look how cool and fast you go.
Well, yeah, man, you can't have the best right off the bat.
Yeah, but then they're like, hey, here's this like car that's not as
this
good.
Honda
And-
There's your
Civic.
Pidgeot.
and they're
You
used
gotta
to
work
ride
your
it.
way up.
The
What do you
Peugeot.
mean?
Nah. I think
Peugeot.
it's just put in
Remember
the
those
Civic.
old shitty races in like Gran Turismo, like
Yeah.
Gran Turismo 2. You had to be these little tiny
Yeah.
little cube
Yeah,
cars,
yeah.
and it was the slowest race.
There was
ever.
one in Gran
It
Turismo
was so
7
funny.
with that shit.
Oh, okay, Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
had
it's
the
like this
same thing.
little Nissan Cube or something, and it's the slowest car.
Oh, yeah, it was brutal.
It's just like
planet.
a regular SUV on the road, and just like, you drive this. This is what you're racing, because
here you
people
go.
are gonna race with that.
It has like 68 horsepower. Just like
Friggin'
that
Bronco.
fucking game. I couldn't get through one race without it crashing.
the VW bus
Really?
race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I hope that's not my experience.
That's PC though.
The tutorial was cool. I mean,
I never
I
crashed on
felt
PC.
like the handling was a little weirder than I expected to be. It felt super like, because I'm just used to GTA or Cyberpunk or whatever, right?
Yeah, where you're
Like,
whipping
really-
around corners.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
this
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
holy fuck, and I was like
Yeah,
trying to
it's
stay
like,
in the
turn,
track.
turn. You're like,
yeah.
Go
But it was
straight.
cool though, because it felt like you needed more of a nuanced control. So I'm looking forward to playing more and just kind of race by race or whatever. I'm
What I
not
did-
really not going to be over, playing it, but
You should try a control freak on the left joystick. That's what I tried. It's like a little extension,
Oh.
and I put it on the left joystick to get a little more precision turning, so it wasn't as jerky. And it worked pretty
I
well.
don't find it jerky at all. I find I'm putting
not,
the
but
stick.
it's
I'm
easier. It
putting the
makes it
stick left, and the
easier.
car doesn't fucking do anything.
It's probably because you're still at the fucking foot on the gas.
Yeah, put on the
you have
gas.
to brake in this game.
Put on the gas.
Well,
Turn
racing
right.
is about braking, man.
But
That's
if
what
I'm in
it
a real
literally
car
is.
and I'm
Pedal to the metal.
pedal to the metal and I turn my wheel, I'm gonna fucking flip and barrel roll down the highway. Why can't I do that in this game?
Because they
Good
don't
point.
want
You
you to
just
do that.
slide, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want you to do that.
It just slides.
You want burnout. That's what you want. You want the
Wreck
burnout game for you.
fest. Give me wreck
Midnight
fest.
Club,
Yeah,
man.
you
It would take too
yeah,
long. They'd have to
exactly.
reset your car, and or if it's
Yeah,
not,
I
if it's
suppose.
realistic, you would be out.
Yeah.
So you would just die.
You just die. Your car would just be on fire.
It's like game over. You're like, oh, okay, I'll restart then.
Well,
Instead
I
of
can
doing
assure
that,
you that
you will slide. That's why they do it.
at least in this fucking game, I haven't gone the wrong way yet, like in Mario
God,
Kart somehow.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
You can't do that in that game.
I don't think that's possible. That would be very dumb.
It would be very
well,
terrible.
it happens a lot in Mario Kart, I can assure you. Especially on 64, because you can't fucking see the graphics.
Yeah, you can't
'cause
see it,
they're
yeah.
shit. But anyway, that's really all I've been playing. Just a few things and just kind of some casual. But Starfield's still the big one because I am not falling into the trap. I am not getting Spider-Man yet. I am not getting
Don't do it.
Phantom Liberty yet.
Don't do it.
I will
yeah,
beat
Phantom
Starfield
Liberty.
before I do either. Or I don't know which one I'll get next. I'm very tempted between both. So we'll see.
Good man, because when I got Spider-Man, I dropped everything. I dropped everything. I was like, I don't care.
know. Right. I would love to do that. I would love to. So
Yeah, I dropped Phantom Liberty for Spider-Man, actually.
Yeah. See, that's why I
I
didn't
gotta
buy
go
it. I was
back.
going to buy it, and I was like, let me wait.
Shit.
No.
Well, I
Right.
mean, I finished Baldur's Gate 3 before I played
yeah.
Starfield,
Yeah, exactly.
though, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I did it. So now you have to do it. You have
I have
no
to go
excuse.
back. I have to go back to do it.
I got to beat that game. I got to play that game. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Do I have time to beat Baldur's Gate 3 before the Game Awards?
He said no.
immediately.
No.
When's the
Game
Game
the Game
Awards?
Awards again?
I mean, I have
November?
like 70. It took me 70 hours. I
7
think.
around there.
Okay.
It's a
How
big
many
game.
hours? I have 70 hours and I did a lot and I finished the game.
What if I
I
just
don't
did the
know.
main quest? If I just like ran, am I not? Would I just be like,
Yeah, you'd be able to do it.
I could do it? Okay.
Yeah, but it wouldn't happen.
But why
You'd
would
just go, you'd go finding things. You go like,
Yeah,
that's not
like
the
70
best.
hours.
Part. Like the quest is good. The main
Frolic.
quest is good, but
Damn.
the side stuff is just
I'd have a
sick.
family. I'd have a cottage and
See, that's
some-
crazy to me. 70 hours it took you to beat Baldur's Gate 3. And it took me 70 hours to beat Liza P. You know what I mean? And I couldn't put the controller down.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Liza P is you died a million times.
Yeah.
Whereas I wouldn't count that as like
That game was really 30 hours,
Yeah.
but because
Right,
you died so many times.
But I spent 70 hours of
40
my time
hours of
playing.
dying.
Right?
Well, yeah.
I wonder how many hours. It doesn't tell you. It should give you a stat, like a stat.
should. You wasted this much of your life.
How
And
many
loading
how many
screens, like
times
how
did you
much
die?
time of loading screens just waiting to spawn or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. Hey, Nathaniel, we have an ad. We doing an ad break today?
Yes.
Okay. And then we're gonna go into gaming news. You got gaming news? Is that what you?
Yeah, I wanted to poke these guys' heads.
Good, because I don't know anything about this, so you'll have
Okay.
to educate me.
All right.
Hello, everyone. We are thrilled to announce an exciting new partnership with VRRock.com. Get ready to enhance your VR experience with VR Rock's protective lenses available for both prescription and non-prescription users. As a fellow VR enthusiast, I opted for their blue light canceling lenses. These lenses are designed to protect my PSVR 2's stock lenses from scuffs and scratches while helping to reduce eye strain caused by prolonged exposure to blue light during extensive VR gaming sessions. Installing VR Rock's lenses is a breeze, a simple click and a magnet snap, and you're all set for a comfortable and immersive VR adventure. The best part, our friends at VRRock.com have a special offer for you guys, our listeners. You can head over to VR-Rock.com, that's VR-Rock.com, and by using the coupon code ELDERTROLLS on checkout, you'll enjoy an exclusive 10% discount on your order. VR-Rock.com ships worldwide, and all their products are tax-free. We extend our sincere gratitude to VR-Rock.com for supporting us and making our VR experiences safer and more enjoyable. So don't miss out. Grab your VR Rock lenses and get ready for an unforgettable gaming journey.
Okay, and we're back. Look at some gaming news. We got some gaming news. Take it away,
All right.
Jack.
All right, boys. So the gaming duo,
Hi.
they changed their format a little while back, but you guys are big into like the news things.
Oh, yeah.
So I was wondering if you guys heard of this. I haven't listened. Well, obviously I haven't listened to your next episode. Was hoping you didn't cover this in your latest episode. Let me know. We'll cut it out. Did you guys cover the David Jaff tweet about his insider at the PlayStation Studios talking about Jim Ryan's leave and the people he fired and all this shit?
I have not heard about this actually.
Okay,
No,
so
it did not.
whenever Jim Ryan left, or I guess he stepped down. Is that what they said?
Yep.
Yeah, he,
So-
he retired.
He retired. Yeah. Okay, he retired. So Connie Booth, 34 years with Sony. Okay, 34 years, and the PlayStation head of production. She wasn't let go. She didn't retire. She was fired. Okay, 34 years. You're fired. Maybe because she was putting up a wall against Jim Ryan and what he was saying. We don't know. Sean Layden, who was the chairman of SIE Worldwide Studios, previously he served as the president and CEO of Sony Interactive America, was escorted out of the building when he was let go. Jim Ryan was convinced that games as a service was the future and told PlayStation first-party studios to start making them. Okay.
Okay.
PlayStation Studios were very unhappy about this direction.
Okay,
Okay.
games as a service. I beg your pardon.
So like Destiny, where you're just dumping money into
Like
battle
live
passes.
service games?
Yeah, like live
think of
service.
like a Fortnite. Think of like that kind of thing.
You're always dumping money into
Gotcha games.
currencies and all this shit, like so they can keep rolling that same game for years and years and years, right? Okay, so I guess they canceled the Last of Us factions. Okay, which made a lot of PlayStation Studios upset, causing a lot of internal turmoil. Between that and the games as a service direction, Sony blamed it on Connie Booth and fired her. But it was, I guess, Jim Ryan who was pushing it like down everyone's throats.
Yes.
All right. The vast
So they fired
majority
the
of
wrong
people,
person?
like she like was
was
the
framed.
scapegoat.
They framed her?
Yeah, like it sounds
She's
like
like
they framed
She's
her.
like Creed from The Office. Got that?
Oh my God.
Lady fired in the warehouse. Do you remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
But like, what I want to know, what you guys think is, did everyone just team up on Jim Ryan and they've had enough and they fucking voted this guy out? Like, how does this guy leave? How does he
Well, he's not going
retire?
to be there much longer.
So
No, I think Kelvin take that one first.
we don't really, from what we see, it looks, and I genuinely think he's actually retiring, right? I think,
thought you were gonna say something else there.
yeah, no, he's definitely retiring.
You
I was so
are,
scared
you
for
are retired. that Borat. He's like, it's like I recently retired. Physical or mental?
he definitely pushed he definitely pushed PlayStation to go into that live game as a service kind of route, and I think that's what kind of had that backlash between him and what's his name, the one that left as well that you just mentioned,
Sean
Sean
Layden?
Sean Layden, yes.
Oh, okay.
So that was
And
the
Connie
issue.
Booth, yeah.
Yeah, that was the issue with them. Connie Booth, I just recently saw that tweet, and I don't really know much about her, so it's kind of hard to kind of see what her role was played in Sony. But when it comes to Jim Ryan, I feel like I honestly genuinely believe that he is just kind of, he served his purpose, and I think he wanted to wait until PlayStation 5 was kind of solidified a little bit and kind of have some of these game as a service games running in motion, right? Because obviously they're being worked on right now. There's several games in production right now, and I think that was his kind of cue to be like, okay, this is kind of set up. Now it's time for me to kind of just like step back and kind of retire. That's my opinion. I don't really know if
He
there's
put
anything.
his footprint. He put his imprint.
Yes, and I don't honestly. I'm not really. I don't like the direction that Sony's going with games as a service. I'm not really a big fan of it, but
Well, that was him, apparently.
that's all him. I think it is too. I agree, but I kind of hope now that he's retiring, they kind of switch things out.
Yeah,
and
they get it back.
At this point, these games are going to ship no matter what. Either some of them are going to get delayed or canceled. Most of them are going to probably get released, and they're going to probably fail, honestly. But for the most part, these are going to come out, and then we'll see what the the general.
Like imagine he made Spider-Man 2
right.
a GAS. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Nope.
like okay, let's get that as like imagine that.
I
think,
mean,
think of the skins that you unlock in the
Yeah.
game, right?
Yeah.
As a progression goes on.
all paywall.
And you have to,
Oh
you have to
my
pay
God.
for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely not, dude.
Wouldn't that
Like,
be crazy? Like that, I just thought that was nuts.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah, that would be brutal.
now that he's
So-
gone, and I'm assuming these people were trying to say something to him, and that's how they got canned. You know what I mean? And now he's like, okay, well, I'm done with this. What I want to know is, are they going to get back to these Horizon games? Like, make more original titles and stop with the sequels and the remakes and the remasters. You know, just give us some, bring us back, get us some new series. Games that are kicking ass. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see.
New IPs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I definitely, as we saw with Spider-Man, that it sold, was it 2.5 or 25 mil?
Yeah.
I don't remember the number. But obviously, their formula works. Like, people want those action-packed
check.
first-party
Yeah.
titles, right? They want that those sell, and they're the masters of it. So to them to just stop and just shift gears into games as a service, like, would be stupid. And then if you look at Nintendo, right, they don't put like this crunch on their employees for the most part. They say, take your time, make the game good. That's all
Make
we
a
care
Nintendo
about.
game. Yeah.
That's it. Just make it. And Sony should be the same way. It's like, make the game, make it good, make it the way you want. We don't care. As long as it's received well and people love it. You know?
Here's the thing. I'm not a corporate apologist or anything, right? But like I understand their intentions of like, we see the numbers that Fortnite does. We see the revenue that Fortnite gets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think John has to say something.
Yeah, what we got to say, John? Yeah.
He's making it very
Jeez.
clear that he needs to say something.
That thing stopped bouncing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he
So I
just pressed it
again.
once, but it just keeps going.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Spider-Man 2 sold 2.5 million physical and digital in the first 24 hours, and apparently that is the fastest selling game made by PlayStation.
Wow.
Honestly, a lot of it might have to do with it being a Marvel Spider-Man game.
That is
right?
true. They have
so
that to
keep that in
piggyback off
mind.
of. Right.
But going back to
I love
just
Spider-Man.
the revenue that they see for game as a service titles, like they know
Cha-ching.
there's money there, right? So they're like, okay, and they made it clear they're gonna continue making AAA budget first person or you know, kind of like a story driven titles like how Sony typically does. But on the flip side, they're also gonna try to get into that game as a service route. My problem is it's kind of too late. I feel like you're kind of late on that kind of, you know.
What if they're playing the percentages? Like, if we just throw out a bunch of these games as a service games, maybe even if one of them,
Yeah, but it takes time and money to make
it takes
10
so
of them,
long,
15 of
and
them.
you need
well, that's what they're doing. But that's probably the idea. Like, imagine even one of those games gets as popular as like
Fortnite or Apex or
you know what I
something
mean?
like that. Yep.
Yeah. Then that's paid for all of them. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like in
Maybe,
like
yeah.
a couple of years.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
feel like Fortnite took a little bit to ramp up at first.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Then I feel like Apex came and it blew up immediately as soon as, and it could be all time. It could be like what's in the like what other games are coming out at that time. It
Yeah,
could have been a time.
I don't really remember around the time when
I do.
Apex came out.
I was the first one playing it.
I was the first adopter.
And
I was
he's
like,
like,
oh,
stop
because
playing
they
it.
shadow dropped it. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
what's
that's
this?
what I was gonna say. They shadow dropped.
I was like,
which
I was
really
browsing.
smart.
I was browsing the store like an hour after they shadow dropped it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Free to play?" It's like, "Oh, I downloaded on Xbox." I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "This is sick," and then I immediately texted Wirt because I knew he would love it. And told Jonathan about it, and then Wirt hasn't stopped playing. It's the only game he fucking plays.
There you go.
For the last 10 years. What is it? 10 years it's been out.
And you should see his controller
10
now.
years.
Yeah.
It's 4 years.
But like, don't like. I think the market is so saturated with these
Yes.
already. Like the game has to be bonkers for people to like spend
Yeah.
more
Well,
than
no,
10
There's too
hours
much
in
of
it.
a footprint on the other games.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
a,
yeah.
like a base, player base.
So,
like
like-
a dedicated player base.
Yep.
So
And
that
they're-
Competitive. They have competitive scene too.
Yeah.
Like the competitive Apex is huge and it's sick.
What's
so
that?
like
What's that game Bungie's making?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to actually
Marathon,
mention that.
Marathon.
Yeah.
They got to hype. They got to make the hype. They got to bring the hype.
I mean, I'll try it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, that would probably be the closest thing I can see them kind of getting that.
Because it's got the
but
name behind it, right?
got the name behind it, has Bungie,
Yeah.
So I can definitely see that, but everything else that they're kind of trying to push into like kind of shove in our face. I feel like it's just way too late. And again, like you guys said, it's saturated as hell right now. So for them to really get a good hitter, it's gonna be tough. But I understand their point. It's like, listen, guys, like we're these AAA titles that we make that everyone loves, they're expensive to make.
It costs $300 million to make.
Yeah. And although they sell like crazy, there's a cap at some point, right? They're not making, like God of War, I'm sure isn't making that much, or maybe
Anymore,
it is. I don't know. But there's not that like,
Probably not.
yeah, there's not that like, what's it called?
Sustained income.
Yes, exactly. And
Sustained
that's what they want.
Profits.
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
Profits.
Yeah. Yeah. They can't all be Hogwarts Legacy, you know?
It's all about the bottom line.
That's all.
I don't
it is
know. I
about.
think that the Sony fan base is really sucking on the teats of the AAA, like the big sequels. Like for instance, like Ghost of Tsushima 2, let's say, right?
Oh,
like they
I
put out
love
this
that.
massive IP that was like fucking bomb. To me, that's very close to a 10 out of 10, guys, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no game's perfect, so
But no game's perfect. No, there's no 10. There's no 10.
You know what might be the perfect game? Alien Isolation.
no.
You just would never know because you put 2 hours into it.
I will say Ghost of Tsushima had an amazing intro.
Oh,
that
game
intro
was so
is
Yeah, that was nuts. That was wild.
The whole game just blew my mind. And then the DLC was incredible. Just as
I
amazing. I
downloaded
loved it.
I think I
And-
downloaded it because it was free.
Get it going, bruh.
Yeah, Jonathan
After
hasn't played it
Spider-Man?
yet. But anyway,
I think I
that's
want to
so
play
good.
Baldur's Gate.
like these IPs that come out, like the fan base for Sony are gonna want to see just more of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how successful the whole,
games as a service.
what do you call them? Those like pay to play kind of, what are they
Yeah.
called? Service games?
Yep.
Live service
I don't know,
games.
man. I just feel like that if their
just soulless.
strengths are these massive games, even though like Nathaniel said, I think you said something about sequels and prequels and whatever. Sure, but when it's for a new IP that came out, like Ghost of Tsushima, it's like you bet your fucking sweet candy ass I'm playing Ghost of
Yeah,
Tsushima too.
one
you
or
know what I
two
mean?
or all
right.
like 3 is cut is
Yeah, you can
kinda blowing it
There's
for
a
me.
limit, sure.
Right.
There's a limit.
I feel like Sony wants their cake. You don't want to eat their cake, or wants their what's the saying? He wants to eat their cake and
Wants their cake.
Wants their cake
wants their
and
cake
eat
and
it
eats it too. There we go. There. Wow.
I don't know.
They want their cake. They want their cake and want it too.
they just want to eat cake over at Sony. I want to eat cake.
But Nintendo, they do the whole, they do their games. They come out, their single player games or whatever, and they make bajillion dollars. They don't even care about the internet. Like they're just like, oh, we have internet,
Yeah.
and like they're fine. Live service, what's that? They don't care.
Yeah,
Sony
true.
wants to do the
Except for
single player
Pokemon
stuff,
Unite.
and they also want that piece of the pie. They're just not happy with just the single player games that kind of like Nintendo sticks to. They also want to do live service. Like, well, Nintendo or Xbox can do it, and all these other game publishers can do it. We can do it too, So
Because they see how much money Call
Yes.
of Duty's
Oh, yeah.
making, and they're
Oh, yeah.
fucking jealous now. Microsoft has Call of Duty,
Oh,
and
my
they need
God.
it.
Yep.
call
And
it-
so
Call of Duty literally has. Well, who did they have in there? They have fucking Lilith from
The
Diablo 4
characters, yeah.
as a skin in Warzone right now, man. Like
they
what?
had Nicki Minaj in there.
And Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
just like
Snoop Dogg.
people have to be buying this shit if they
Yeah.
keep doing it and not fixing the game because it sucks and people are like leaving.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, we better make more skins so people can buy them, and because people are leaving, we need to offset the cost. Like it's so dumb.
Nate, question for you. Do you think Jim Ryan's left or retired, whatever, due to the whole acquisition and him not like
Ooh,
failing
and not stopping it?
Not stopping it in a
Yeah,
sense?
maybe. Yeah, possibly.
Because now you got me thinking a little bit. I
Yeah.
thought, hey, this guy, he did his part. He's retiring. He did his 30 years.
Or he's
something
just
that.
like,
It's a
I
bit
give up.
suspect. The timing is not.
it's a little sus.
suspicious.
It's very
Yeah.
suspicious. Very suspicious. I think.
Maybe they're like,
so, I
you
mean-
better stop this acquisition,
Didn't I
or
say that on our
PlayStation
last
is
episode?
completely
Or you're
fucking
fired.
dead, and you're
Didn't I
dead.
say that? I said that on our last episode
Yeah.
or a couple episodes ago. I was like, yeah, he just failed, so he's fucking out.
Yep.
I
That's
don't even
crazy.
know who
The
Jack
Activision.
Ryan is, okay?
Jim Ryan, the old,
Jack Ryan,
he's just some.
Tom Clancy.
He's a suit. He's a suit.
All right.
all right.
Um,
Suit.
are we
Suit
done
dummy.
here?
Done what?
Are we going to go into today's topic?
Yeah. I guess so.
I'm having a blast, man. We could keep going for another hour and a half.
Forever.
I could go forever, baby.
That is true. That is true. You know what? But we'll throw it over there now, and we'll just keep talking.
Yeah.
And we'll just change the direction a little bit to this game that we played.
Together.
All right. Today's topic is we played Back 4 Blood. Now I'm putting in the
game.
number 4.
Apparently, it's the fourth
up on
game.
the screen right now.
I don't know where
4
1
Blood.
through 3. I don't know where 1 through 3
It's like
went,
the
but-
movie Troll 2.
That was
Great
Left 4
movie,
Dead.
by the way.
This is the
Watch
fourth
Roll
Left 4
2.
Dead?
What?
Is it?
This is
that
the
what it
fourth Left 4 Dead.
Yes.
I don't know. Is it?
No,
Like
it's
Four
a
Dead?
it's a
Or like
what they
a,
call spiritual successor is what they call
But there's a 4 in the
To
title.
Left 4 Dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
4 Dead. Left 4
Right.
Dead.
But
So it's actually the
that's-
first one.
Is that why it's called Back for Blood? Is Back
I
for?
don't know.
I don't know, man.
all very good questions. No idea.
No,
I'm gonna read it here.
maybe we should know this.
Nah. I think it's just a
But,
new title, and they kind of copied it from Left 4 Dead because they had the zombie.
Well, it
hands
probably
with the
costs more money to spell it FOR as well. It would be a little cheaper to just use a 4,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
Okay, there it is. I got it. I got the Wikipedia. Here we go. The game
I
is
hope I'm right.
considered to be a spiritual successor to the Left 4 Dead series.
Well,
Yes,
Rob,
we
you
know that.
nailed it.
No,
Those are
that's
the
it.
words you used.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
We literally
That's it.
just said that.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
awesome.
That's why. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, well, so we played. We were able to get on an online match against each other because we had. You can only have groups of 4.
Yeah.
Like many games. But how many do we have? We had.
We have 5.
There were 5 of us.
Did we not have someone else with us?
What bothers me is you can't find a friggin' game now where
Yeah,
there's
that
5
has
players.
5 players.
You know,
It's just an awkward number.
It
It's
is.
an awkward number.
We could have played. No, we could have played freaking Halo. We could have played Halo Infinite.
I wanted a
Big team
spookier
battle.
game.
You're
Big team
asking
battle?
for too much. You're asking for
you
too
go.
much. you know?
No,
You're
I'm
trying
not.
to eat cake and eat it too, or
Yeah,
throw it out. Or
I
whatever.
want. I
I
want
want your cake and want it too.
I'm gonna take your cake.
I'm gonna eat your cornbread.
But what I don't understand is how they don't have like a horde mode, just a horde mode with like 8 players.
Yep.
2 to 8 players.
You
know?
that'd be crazy.
I
like
know.
in Counter Strike when we put
Exactly.
bots on.
Yes,
zombies.
exactly. That's what I was thinking. Why can't you
That'd be
do that?
sick.
And then we were actually thinking of playing 7 Days Left to Die.
We downloaded that one first.
Correction.
Yeah.
You downloaded that one
So
first.
I'm sorry. I
Everybody was on the same page except you.
This is the game we played, right, guys? You're like, no.
Yeah,
Where's
you
everyone?
downloaded the wrong
Guys?
game.
And that
He's
one,
just on there. He's the only player online.
but that one would have been cool. But it's not cross-platform.
Yes.
Like, how do you not have cross-platform? It's
man.
2023.
2023, baby.
a lot of the games don't, man. A lot of them.
They didn't
Yeah,
even
that's
have
still kind of in
cross-platform
its, like,
between
infancy.
the Game Pass version and the Steam version. They didn't even have cross-platform.
That's
They only-
stupid.
Well,
It's a game.
what
It's
was
still
the
playing
game?
The same game.
I
What was the
know.
game that we tried to play that I. Was it Payday? No, Payday works.
No, it was this one, the 7 Days to Die. But you're like, oh, it doesn't cross-platform between Game Pass and Xbox.
Oh, yes. It says Xbox cross-platform.
So you can only
What
play
the
with
fuck
other.
does that mean?
I guess
That's
that-
not cross-platform.
I think they mean that cross-gen bullshit. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, like
Oh,
the one
okay.
Xbox One.
Yeah.
to
But to
Xbox
me, that
Series,
doesn't
I
mean
don't know.
anything.
Yeah.
It should
Oh
play.
man,
All
they put that
Xboxes
on
should be
there.
able
They
to
just
play
put that on
together.
there to deceive you, so you'll download it. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yep.
That's all.
Fucking
marketing.
brutal.
What the
They
fuck
just want the
does that mean?
clicks.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Clickbait.
A little more about the game. It's a 4v4. I guess it's a shooter. It's a first-person shooter
Survival.
Yeah.
survival game
Kind
that
of thing.
you're pitted against each other.
The
One
one
team
we
plays
played,
against. Yeah, the game mode we played, which was called PvP
I think it was
Swarm.
Yes.
Swarm.
Yeah, Swarm.
Swarm.
I was gonna say
PvP
Horde.
Swarm. And one team gets to be the zombies, the monsters, and the other team gets to be the humans. And the humans, you can create your loadouts by choosing 5 cards out of 25 in your deck. It's like you have a card, like deck of cards. That's your like modifiers for the game. So it'll give you 5 random ones at the beginning, and you choose which ones you want 5 times to build your loadout. And this can be like quicker aim down sight or higher damage with certain kind of guns, that kind of thing. So it's a cool little modifier thing that I thought was pretty cool, actually. And because I actually got to scroll through all the abilities, and I was like, "Oh, that could be good. That could be good." And I was
Did you
actually
guys
thinking about it, which is
just
cool.
select like the base pack? Or did
I
you-
made a custom one. I think.
Oh, you made a custom one.
Yeah, I picked every single one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
picked a bomber pack or whatever. the
Yeah,
fuck
there's
it
like a
was.
preset class, I guess, and then you can kind of take that deck and modify it yourself. So I was modifying it a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit.
Maybe that's why I was getting owned.
Well,
Well, and because we had it was just me and Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, we were severely outnumbered. Yeah, yeah.
So, but what we had to do to get into the same game is we had to queue up at the same time. We had two separate
Oh my
groups,
god, yeah.
two separate parties, and like a 3v2. And we queued at the same time, and we somehow first try got into the same game against each other. So there must not be that many people.
Remember
playing.
I had a party. I was a party leader, and Jonathan was a party leader. Me and Rob were in my team, and then Rob, Kelv, and Daniel were in Jonathan's party. And you joined my private server with that code.
Yes. Yep.
And then it put your team on one side, and it put me and Rob on the other side.
Oh, right.
But there was no bots or anything. Like I thought it would fill
that
with
was before.
bots.
That was before, right?
Game is very easy to get into, guys. Just letting you know. Very, very easy to play with your friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, we tried playing 3v2 at first, but then we queued up into a public match.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we did,
At
like
the
I
same
said,
time,
we queued at the same time,
Yep.
and we somehow just
That
got into
never
the
happens.
game.
That
Yeah, but I don't. It must be because there's barely any people playing this game.
It's dead.
So this game came out in 2021, October like 7th or something like that. So it's a few years old.
really?
Right?
I thought it was
Okay,
older
so-
than that. I don't know.
I
why,
think it was
but-
2021 last time I checked, but I could be wrong.
It's a couple of years
Okay.
old.
Yeah.
Daniel's like, this game looked like butt. What?
This game looks old.
I thought it felt pretty good as a shooter.
Yeah.
Like it felt pretty good. Like the guns and the movement was cool.
Yeah, the right stick movement was nice. I did like that. I did like that.
Yeah, it felt good. It felt good as a shooter. As the zombies, it was a bit weird because depending on which one you are,
Clunky.
but
Yeah.
it was. Well, it must be meant to be like that, but
Is it though?
I don't know because
There
they're
was-
not
it was
that
weird, though.
Strong. They are strong.
It was weird though because each zombie kind of looked like the big crusher guys on the
Same zombie.
They're the same model, but they had different
Clubs.
clubs or abilities.
abilities
So
and
I
stuff.
kept
Grabby
getting
boy.
confused on which one I kept
Tall boy.
choosing.
The grabby boy,
Yeah.
tall man,
Yeah.
the slender man.
And then the super squishy ones that were just like supposed to stand back and spit acid or
They sucked.
You get
Oh, yeah.
shot once, and it was just like, and then you got to
Yeah.
respawn for like 10 minutes.
I did not
and
play-
they didn't even do that much damage. It's not even like they were like really high damage either. It's like you do okay damage and
then you
are
fly around.
completely squish.
Right.
I did not even
Like, you
want to
get one
play
shot.
as one of those once. I was like, no, I will play as a tall boy always.
I was
am a
trying
tall
to. I
boy.
was like, these things must be sick. If I have good aim, I could like snipe them because you stand super far away and shit. I was like, this could be really good. And they suck. Like a headshot will do 6 damage. I was like, 6 damage? That's all? That's all I'm doing?
It was cool though that you could pin people to the wall with their attacks when you shot them. That was kind of cool, I thought. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
that is a neat little physics mechanic.
With
yeah.
which one?
It was for the little shooter boys. There was
With
it
the
was-
four
there was
arms?
3 of the shooter boys. I think one of them you could pin them to the wall.
I must not have tried that one.
yeah.
But I
tall
just did the
boy.
little acid spitter guy.
A tall boy is a smart boy. Okay.
What were
Tall
you
boy's the way to
playing?
go.
Tall
What
boy
were you
was
playing, boys?
The Smash Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tall Boy was cool. Yeah,
But
I mean,
the-
it was pretty cool, but it felt good.
The movement for them felt very slow though. Like I don't know if it was
Yeah.
just me
Oh,
or if
yeah.
I was
They
just
were
doing
really
something
slow.
wrong. But I'm like, dude,
I think
no,
it's because they hit so hard. They can't.
Did they
have
hit
to
hard?
Be slow.
Did they hit hard? I feel like they didn't hit that
oh, yeah.
hard.
Because the guy
I
just grabbed
crushed
you
you
and he'd
guys.
like hold you up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like when I was smashing Nathaniel, he was trying to run away, and I was like, "Oh!" And it would take out like a giant chunk of his life. But like with the little spitty boys, just like 6 damage. It doesn't
Yeah,
do
that was
anything.
terrible.
I'm
And then
like, these
you
guys
turn around
suck.
and fucking shoot me like with a pistol or whatever. I'm like dead. I'm like, what the?
yeah, one shot. Like if
Yeah,
they're
They
not
were
very good.
slow. You know what? Actually, as to what Kelv was saying, like when I was playing with, there's 3 types of tall boys, and I played as 2. I don't remember. There's like I don't remember the names of them now. One of them can like use the sprint ability rather often,
There's like
is the first-
Stinger,
Oh, yeah.
Shredder, Tallboy, Snitcher.
Fuck, I don't
Ripper.
remember, but it was like the first one I ever played. But there was another one that was called like a Dread or I don't even know, but it was like almost a
generic,
heavier
like-
version
Yeah.
of the other one. So, but no, they definitely were slow. But I found that I still had a decent time doing a lot of damage to everyone and like catching up to people and using the sprint ability and getting close and just letting them have it with the club.
Yeah.
So I wasn't having like a problem where I was like, oh fuck, I ran into this car again, or I ran into this corner of the building
No,
or something.
no.
I wasn't really having that issue myself, so I thought it was still very manageable.
Yeah.
Despite
Did you
their
play
size.
any of the big dudes? Because they were so slow.
I played the fat
big
one.
mega dudes.
Yeah, I
The one
played
that
like the
explode.
short fat one.
Yeah.
I
they
don't
were
think I played the
fucking slow.
exploder guy,
I played the
but
puking
there was
guy.
another one that was short and fat.
puking
mate.
guy.
I ended up
puker.
I ended up ending with the puking guy. Just stand back and just fucking puking up. And then like pools of
It was
puke
hard.
everywhere.
It was kind of hard to in the one map. The one map, the puker definitely had an advantage.
There was just that one little house they
that
were in,
little,
and that was it.
the little house. You just
With like
puking
the-
all over. It's
on the
like, what
second level
fuck?
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
just
that
down there
was a
like
fucking awkward map for
Yeah,
the
that's
monsters. That was very hard.
that was fucking funny.
Okay, well, so do you think it was easier to win as survivors or as zombies?
You guys take
Definitely
over.
survivors.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Like Survivors,
I felt-
you had the
I felt
movement,
so.
you had the gun, and I think you even had the power too. Like the guns did a pretty decent damage
Come
as
on,
well.
guys, he
Yeah.
says. I don't know. It was hard to decide though because I mean, again, we were kind of biased because we
I
had 3
agree.
against 2, so it was hard for us
Oh,
to be
that's
like,
also
wow.
true.
That's true.
But I think we did kill them. I feel like because of the mobility of
Yeah.
the big monsters, it was definitely hard to get them just done with over in the round, like just fucking, especially when we did that last game with like multiple
Yeah.
people. That was
Yeah.
hard.
Yes,
as
yeah, yeah.
monsters.
Yeah.
So I think I would have to put my chip down for playing with the survivors would be a bit easier to win because you're just a lot. It's easier to move. It's easier to shoot your weapons. It's easier to use your grenades and Molotovs or whatever.
And you're like not as squishy as you think you would be. Like you're
Yeah.
like,
As a human,
compared
yeah.
to-
Yeah.
And then you can revive each other.
You definitely have more health.
Yeah,
than the
that
fucking
was big.
Stinger, bitch
You're
boy.
right, you're
Bitch
right.
boy,
That was
Stinger
big.
boy.
Because whenever me and Rob, when me and Rob were on the same
Short
team,
boy. We got tall boy.
Yeah.
and it was a little short bitch boy.
me and Rob were on the team with those random guys, and like as a human, you just fucking run over and res the dude, and the monsters have to like run across the map. Oh, he's resing over there. You're like, you know what I mean?
He's
Like,
pressing him, go get him. And we're like, oh,
like you can't get over there unless you're like the 4-armed little guy. But once you're over there, you're dead in like 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of stupid. So I was just like
yeah.
projectile puking, trying to stop the res.
His fountain. Spew it up. But I will say that anyone listening, definitely play as I don't know if it was Hoffman specific, the pedophile looking guy, the older guy with the glasses.
Peter File. Peter,
but I was
Peter
medic.
O'File.
But I chose medic for him, and it came in clutch with the faster resing, man. Like that is
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
changer. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to have somebody on your team
Running
with
around
that
rezzing.
fucking class. Because I think Kelv died, I don't know, a few times. I think it was mostly I think I maybe res Jonathan once, but I remember there's these moments where like it was dire moments.
But
and
I was just standing and puke anyway, and I would
50,
just
yeah.
die again.
Yeah, but it's 50% revive time, like speed increase. That's
Yeah, which is
crazy.
huge.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Whereas
you gotta
monsters,
have
you have
that.
like a 20-second timer to respawn. or
Yeah,
something.
the
Yeah,
respawn
it's
timer
brutal.
was
I
on
think the respawn
Oh, it was
timer on
brutal.
the monsters should be a little shorter, and it would make it a little more balanced, I guess.
Or
Yeah.
even if it was like, so we were 2v3, if they knew it was only 2 people versus 3, make the
The horde stronger.
yeah,
Right, yeah.
or faster, or let us res faster if it's like 2v3. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
You know what was my you know what was so annoying to me as a monster was when you would respawn, it'd be like, you got to pick somewhere to hide with a kid.
Oh my god.
that drove me nuts. That drove
gotta
me
spawn
fucking
where
crazy.
you-
I was like, oh, I'm
where
in the
you're
perfect
hidden.
spot. I'm in the perfect spot. And then I res and I'm just about to annihilate you. It's like, nope, find some cover and revive. I'm like,
They can see you.
And then you have to run like 100 yards to get to the fucking where all the action is, and it's like, okay, so it's so I gotta wait 20 seconds to spawn.
that they could have made.
I gotta
Yeah.
get into
Made
spawn.
some-
I gotta spawn in a little corner here.
Like,
After
who
waiting
you're a
20
massive
seconds.
monster. How are you hiding? You know?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I would love to know. I would love to be
After
in
2
that
years,
like
they didn't
meeting.
change that.
Yeah, I would love to be in that meeting and whoever made that decision and be like, "Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Let's do." Oh, why?
Yeah, they're monsters. They're scary. They're supposed to be like in a corner, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
The monsters spawn in the closet, right? It's the same thing.
I wonder if it
Yeah,
started
same
like that,
difference.
or if that's like a maybe they nerfed the monsters. Maybe this is
maybe,
changes that they've been making over the last 2 years.
That's
like,
fair,
as
that's fair.
Oh, that's true. We never
maybe
played
they were
this,
too strong
in
and
2021.
They nerfed them and they made that stuff worse. I don't know, but I think they
Well-
maybe did it a little too much. If that's true,
Yeah. Or they could have allowed us to add bots. Like, they didn't even allow us to add bots in our games.
yeah, bots would be cool. I
Just
love
some
playing
AI to
against
take some
bots.
damage, you know, just a soak, an AI dummy that pounds the ground and soaks a little bit of damage, just a little bit. That would've
Now
been
I've
nice.
never played Left 4 Dead, and I don't know if you boys have, but
I have, yeah. I used to play a lot.
what's is quality wise? Is Back for Blood similar to Left 4 Dead? I feel like I heard a lot of talks when it came to Left 4 Dead, but nothing for Back for Blood.
I can tell you that from what I remember, this was a long time ago. This was,
Yeah.
what are we, 2023? This was like almost 15 years ago now. This was
Yeah.
like mid 2000s, like late aughts. I was playing it. It's like high school, 2008, 2009. And I know that from my memory, you don't get to play as zombies or monsters
Right,
in
yeah.
Left 4 Dead. It's
Horde-based.
just survivals.
Yeah.
Frankly,
Did we play
I think I remember liking Left 4 Dead like more than the Back
Yeah.
4 Blood concept, but it is cool how they added that extra difference where, okay, you can at least be monsters now, and you can play against your friends as opposed to just playing with your friends and surviving together, which was in itself a cool element, because like there's that camaraderie of surviving, like, oh my god, and like you're fighting these waves of fucking things.
Yeah,
I was
that
that's
just
the
hoping
get
horde
for that.
mode. Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
I thought that they would have a horde mode that you could have 5 players in.
And then
they're-
these are the same developers that created this game, so that's that me jumping into this game. I'm like, oh, cool, we're gonna get all the boys in. We're gonna try to survive in this like great horde
that
mode.
would have been fun. That would have been fun.
That wasn't the case, so I was.
But
very
I don't
disappointed
know.
in that.
Maybe that was the niche, or that was the pocket that Back 4 Blood
Back
like
then.
sits in, right?
Maybe.
That's
Yeah,
just
that would
like
have been
the.
sick.
Yeah.
That would have been actually sick.
But
I think we
I don't know.
have-
I remember. I think I just remember liking Left 4 Dead more. We used to play 1 and 2 on Steam, and it was great. I don't know. To be fair though, I just haven't played enough Back 4 Blood to be like for a fair comparison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I had more fun playing Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that was fun.
Like Dead by Daylight is hilarious to play.
yeah.
Oh, is
The,
that
w-
guys-
the way
have
we
you guys
played it
played that
was
one?
funny.
we played
and
it in
seek?
PAX, Rob.
Is that what it is? Hide and seek.
Yeah, it's like a hide and
Basically, yeah.
seek.
Yeah,
It's like
monsters
hide and
versus
seek,
like
yeah, but with one
survivors,
like
same
killer.
thing.
Yeah,
Killer
we should play
killer
that.
against-
I think that'd be fun.
It is so funny because
I'd be down.
we had it.
We had
were
a voice
playing, like-
changer.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
we had
Fuck, it was
we had
fun.
one person play, so we couldn't hear him. But we also recorded his audio and we made a video of it. It's very funny. And
Oh, yeah.
it's
Okay.
like
Yeah,
us
that
four
was
and
fucking
Nathaniel's running
hilarious.
around as the killer, but he's just talking to himself because we can't hear him.
from me this time.
Yeah,
voice changer.
just like the
No,
shit he
for
was
fuck's
saying
sake.
is so stupid. And then I cut all the videos together of us,
That's
of like
great.
our perspective and his perspective. It was very funny. But yeah, we had a blast playing that last Halloween. That was last Halloween?
It's so
right?
hard
last
though
year.
for the survivors.
yeah.
It's so
it is
fucking
hard,
hard.
as as the
the
survivors.
monsters
I
are
thought it'd be
harder
harder
as
for
a
the
fucking
monster
monster, 'cause you
for
move
the killer.
slower.
Was it harder for the monster?
Oh yeah, you
no.
had
Yeah.
a hard time as the killer because
Yeah,
you were
because
that
then
dude with the long hair.
it was because we didn't learn about the whole power ups and the cards and the rings that you have as the survivors.
Yeah.
So we were playing naked survivors against the one monster or the one horror guy.
Yeah, we didn't have much unlocked.
Yeah,
so.
right. Then it was easy because like one hit and your fucking survivor's dead, and you're there trying to like fix the generator.
You're wriggling free.
Yeah, fuck, it was funny.
Yeah. Like you carry him away and you're like, you have to like vibrate and like wiggle
Yeah.
and you get loose. Fuck, it is very funny.
Rob and Kelv, did you guys play Dead by Daylight?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't remember if I did. Is that the one that we played in
Okay.
PAX?
No, we played it with a bunch of our friends. Like our friend P is really into that game. But
Oh,
it's-
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've definitely have ran around and and played.
we've dabbled with it. Yeah, for sure.
Nicolas Cage is as one of the enemies.
Perfect.
Yes, he just came out with that. I saw that.
No, as a
Really?
survivor,
Pretty cool.
isn't he?
As a survivor
He's
skin.
a survivor.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be the monster.
He's the monster skin.
Well, he just
He's
played
like-
Dracula.
Yeah, Dracula from Renfield.
Yeah, Renfield. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I'm trying to fix
was a
this
funny
generator. But I don't know. I was kind of expecting Back for Blood to be similar, but I just didn't quite know yet that it was sort of the quote unquote spiritual successor of Left 4 Dead. So I was under the wrong impression, I think. But yeah, like I think it would be fun to just play a little bit more and see what else the game kind of has to offer. Because I was because you have to remember, there's also those the cards that
another
you pick,
mode.
the perks, and there's different modes too. So there might be more to it. I mean, we only played the Swarm
PvP
version,
Swarm.
the PvP Swarm.
For like an
The
hour.
Porp Swarm, yeah, because we could only play that one with the amount of players that we had, right?
Yeah, so it
Right,
depends on what kind of party you got going, I guess.
I think we just made a game. Out of all of our ramblings here, we gave a really good idea for a game. You know?
What?
Yeah.
2 to 20 players against hordes and hordes of fucking zombies.
Imagine you had 20 people and horde. It wouldn't be able to run. It'd be like blah blah.
I don't know, like make it shitty graphics. I don't care. Like
I think there's a
2D.
game like that. What is it? It's not 7 Days to Die.
There's gotta
There's a
be.
bunch of games like that. Like DayZ, isn't DayZ like that?
No.
No, Daisy is PV. Like
7 Days to
PvP.
Die might be like that, but it's not cross-platform, so I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, all right.
Okay, 7 Days to Die is kind of
Because 7 Days to Die is you scrounge around, you build a fort, you fortify your fort, and then you have to survive the night.
All right.
And then the zombies and the monsters
There's
will
a giant wave.
keep attacking your house until the sun comes up, and then you have
that's
to
really cool.
Then you have to fix your house, go out scavenge, and if there's like other players on the server, you might have to fight them. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And there's like
Yeah, let's play that. That sounds fun.
But it's on
That's the thing.
cross-platform, though, right?
That's the thing. We'd all have to get it for Steam, or we'd all have to
Okay,
get
how
it
much
for
is
Xbox,
it? We'll buy it.
or we'd all have to get it for PlayStation. You know, like it's-
Okay. Does everyone have a PC here? Obviously, right?
Daniel doesn't have it.
I have my little laptop.
Well, that was
like
the
a
problem.
10-inch
You guys
screen though.
You guys have the
It's really hard to-
PlayStation. You guys have PlayStations, right? No
Yeah.
Xboxes. Daniel's got the Xbox. He's got the laptop, which could play it because it's an old game, but like he can't play it on a 13-inch screen.
It's hard.
Screen.
Can him on Xbox play with us on PC Game Pass?
No.
Why?
No, it's not.
It's the same company. What do you mean? No.
That's
I
what the
know,
problem
I know.
was. That's why we didn't play this game.
Xbox cross-platform, like I said, it plays on Xboxes, and
I
it's
know, man.
cross-platform.
It's
It's
crazy.
cross-platform to other Xboxes.
Yeah.
It's
It's
insane.
not cross-platform.
Well, we all have PlayStations here, don't we?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would all
play
have to
on
get it on
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Yeah, we could play on PlayStation.
But that's what I said. Like, I didn't want to get everyone buying a $25 game. You know what I mean? Or however
Listen,
much is it.
if we all play and we have fun, $25
You
for
make
a
that
good
money
time.
back.
You know, it's just
I'm just saying, if we're all having a good time, $25 is worth
Let's see
it.
how
That's
much
all
it
I'm
is.
saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it just went on sale.
Look at that.
how much?
Wow.
$7 US.
Let's go.
Nice.
For a good night. for a
Okay, so
couple
like
nights.
$100 Canadian. No, I'm out.
$30 American was the original price, which I saw it at.
$7 nothing. It's because it's Halloween. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
thanks a lot, guys. Where was this
Wow.
sale?
I'll buy it right now.
Fuckers.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
But
yeah, when I go
what was I
play
going to say?
Spider-Man, I'll download it.
Okay, well,
Oh, my
let's have
hard
a.
drive is full. Fuck.
Oh man,
Gotta love
My
it.
game drive is completely full, so I'll deal with that later, I guess.
You gotta swap
my
you don't got a terabyte?
How would I have a full? Yeah, I have a fucking terabyte. It's full of games. I don't know.
noobs. I've got
Well,
two.
if y'all are getting
games
it,
are
just
big.
let me know and I'll get it too, and we'll just
Yeah, games are huge now.
send a message in the Discord and we can try it out.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Well, I would have liked that one versus Back for Blood.
Well, we had
Just
to make
saying.
a decision. We made a decision.
We had fun for Back for
We
Blood.
definitely had fun playing.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
did
yeah,
have
it was
fun.
fun.
for sure.
It was fun.
But
I feel like Rob, you might have been, now maybe you can comment on this, but you might have, it sounded like you might have been getting a bit stressed out at one point when you were playing it. Okay. I don't, obviously I'm not going to like throw you under the bus or whatever, but I wonder, I think that there was a time where you might have found it challenging because I remember you being like, oh fuck man. And you were getting riled up. Do you remember what that was about?
It was probably because of, again, the respawning.
Yeah.
I think I cursed every single time it told me I couldn't respawn in a certain place.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then you spend after you spend 20 seconds of waiting to respawn.
Yeah.
Die after like 5 seconds later.
You have to spend 10 seconds looking for a place to respawn if you're not in the correct spot.
Yeah, I definitely think the monsters were just way more frustrating to play as just because of that respawning mechanic. And then, like, if you got someone down, you were like, yo, we got to kill this person because he's going to get picked up. And then they would just get picked up, and then they're just at full health again. You're like, well, this sucks. Well, okay, all right. So, yes, I think that's my frustration.
So, did you notice, or did we notice at all, if we were going to res, was there some kind of indication that we shouldn't be resing there? And, like, the game could tell us, get into hiding before you res. Right? Because I
thought that's just common sense.
No, because from what I can remember,
what are you talking about?
From what I can remember, the only warning to get behind something was when the res timer was up. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Lloyd's thought of something too.
So like they could have told us like get behind something. You have 20 seconds to get behind something.
That would have been nice.
And then a little green check mark saying you're okay to spawn while we're counting down by 20
I see what
seconds.
you mean. I see what you mean.
I got it.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. Also,
Quality
when you're just a
quality of life
survivor,
things.
when the
I
circle is
thought you
getting
meant
smaller.
when you were a human being revived.
No, fuck the humans.
Why isn't there something that
That is
just
what I
tells
thought
me
too. That's
that
why I didn't
should
say anything. I was
hide
like,
behind something before I'm reviving. I'm like, oh boy, that's common sense.
yeah, but you also have no
I didn't
choice
know you were
because the
talking
person
about the fucking
downs.
monsters.
The person gets down
respawning.
whenever
Well,
they
that's
get
what
down.
Rob was talking about. Was the monsters and the spawning?
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, Rob, you said something about the circle getting smaller.
Yeah, as a survivor, remember the circle would get smaller for
yes,
you.
yes.
And
That's
it wouldn't
cool.
like you wouldn't know when it was getting smaller. Like you
true,
would have to
yeah.
look, but it would just happen. You're just like, okay,
It's right next to you. There's no like actual HUD indicator. 'Cause
There's
I
no
don't
like
think there
map or
was,
anything that shows you that like this
Yeah.
was gonna, I don't know. I didn't see it, but maybe I'm just dumb and I was just.
I think there
screaming.
might have been like a voice, maybe like a voice of God.
I don't think so. I
No,
don't
I
remember
think-
anything being
I don't
anything.
think so
I
either.
remember being like, "Oh fuck, there's a yellow wall next to me." Like I
Right,
think
right,
that
it's just like,
that
get away.
was
No timer
Yeah.
or anything.
I don't remember
think
seeing
so.
it, but we gotta play again. Check it out.
Yeah.
So.
We're
But, like,
also
it's
very
so-
new to this game, and we're
Yes,
just trying to figure
yeah.
things out.
So this could just be from like a noob's
This is our first
perspective of Back for
impression.
Blood.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like-
First
But
impression.
then
Yes.
it's a
needs some work.
stressful experience. So like
is,
you do not have a second to look around for the fucking yellow circle closing in. Like you got all these hordes coming at you. You got giant
Yeah.
tall boys with their clubs coming after you. Like you're not gonna fucking where's that circle? You know what I mean?
Well,
So-
that gives that battle royale. That's because you're not used to playing battle royale.
yeah, that's
so
true. I'm not.
Yeah.
You
I'm
don't got
definitely
that.
not.
You don't have that in the back of your mind.
the peripheral awareness.
Yes.
Oh,
but usually it's announced when it closes in a battle royale.
You
and
would think,
the
you'd
monsters couldn't go into the wall to kill you guys. I would have liked that too.
Why?
What do you mean? Oh, like into the
Into the poison.
Did it just give you a little bit of damage? Like didn't
Yeah.
kill you right away, did it?
Oh, it gave some pretty good damage whenever either.
But the monsters
or,
couldn't go into the
I
gas.
don't remember. Could we
I
respawn
don't
the gas
recall.
or we could?
No, I don't think we could
don't
respond in the
think
gas.
so.
Or like we couldn't go in there for a very long time, or it would just crush us. Like the monsters, how are they getting hurt by this poison? Yeah,
Right. Like they don't
They're
they make
monsters
that
made of
poison?
poison.
Yeah.
they got
Monsters
special
are made of
lungs.
poison.
Anyhow.
How are they getting hurt by this poison?
Anyhow,
Overall, 10 out of 10 game, I think. You know, after everything we just said, 10 out of 10.
If you're
Wow.
looking for the perfect game, you know.
what would you give it? Out of our 2 hour playtime, what would you give it?
I would probably out of 10, I would probably give it like a 7.
What? Really?
I'm a nay
Yeah.
on that one. I'm giving it like a fucking 5.
Yeah, I'd say 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 5. Wasn't like
7
abysmal, but it was still like enjoyable. So
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
enjoyable, and I think that's what kind of
just
kept
fun
me
because it
going.
was multiplayer,
Yeah.
though.
If I was playing by myself, it would probably be a little bit less. But I think 7 is
true.
a
Okay.
sweet spot there.
Cool.
True.
As someone who plays a lot of gun games, it felt very good. I was impressed. But as the zombies, much different and not good.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan? What are you giving it?
I don't know, man. I think I'm kind of somewhere between
I would say 5.
Rob, Nathaniel, and Kelv. Like, I think that, like, if I'm gonna give it a number, it would probably be somewhere around a 6.
Yeah, feels right.
It's a fun concept, and I think because they knew that the game was kind of a party type game where you play with your friends, you have some fun.
Yeah, get 8
So-
of your friends together and fill 2 teams. You know, like when the fuck is that ever gonna happen?
yeah, we don't have friends.
I don't know, but
That would
I
be
would
cool,
say
though.
definitely like a max of 7 for sure. But I'd say maybe a 6.5.
That'd be
if we're
cool.
being
We
a
could
little
get 8
generous.
players together.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. In Back for Blood, why didn't they make a control game where the survivors are cooking up a vaccine, and they have to protect the lab, and there's a fucking horde coming in.
Oh
and
my goodness, so crazy.
And then once you're done creating this piece of the recipe or the vaccine, you got to head down the street to
And do another one,
and do another one.
there you
Man, what am I sitting here for?
Come on, man. Make video games.
Just get out of here. Just leave. Just leave.
I just want to let you guys know. I just looked up the scores for Back for
Oh,
Blood.
dude, I just did the same thing. I was waiting for a program.
Scores?
Wow, that's crazy, man. It's almost like we do a podcast here.
It's crazy.
What do you mean the scores? Like the Metacritic?
Like reviews.
Yeah. So I picked up 2 different. I did GameSpot and IGN just because they're the 2 biggest. GameSpot gave it a 7 out of 10, good, and IGN gave it an 8 out of 10.
And in Metacritic,
Really?
which is what I pulled up, it's general score is 77. The user score is 4.9.
Out of 10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's out of 10 because that's
Yikes.
4.9 out of
4.5 is
100.
Yeah.
Damn.
so it's
Yeah.
it's
Lower
I'd
than
say we were on the
We're
ball.
pretty
Yeah.
close to the.
Yeah, it's
we
out
should
of
be
10.
game critics.
Yeah.
Why are
Users
we
liked
sitting
it.
here? Why
Game-
are we
what are we
should be
doing?
fucking
Game devs,
millionaire
game critics.
That's what we're doing here.
That's
We
it.
are. We're giving reviews. Nasty Nate's going to have a Liza P review coming out.
Oh, yes.
I can't
We're
wait for that.
reviewing. We're reviewing. You know?
Eliza P.
Eliza P.
Eliza P.
Eliza Panucci.
Yeah, his next video game character.
Yeah. Cesare Pisani's wife.
The Return.
My goodness. Oh my
All right.
goodness.
All right, boys.
Nathaniel's Baldur's Gate.
Shall we wrap
character,
her up?
guys.
Yeah, we can wrap up there. So I guess,
Let's get them to
do
plug.
we recommend? Do we recommend
Oh.
this game? Are we doing a recommend or not
I'd say recommend if you can get at least
8 people on.
You can round
Yeah.
up your friends.
6 or 8. You got to have an even number at least.
Yeah, no way do you play this by yourself.
But I wouldn't even play it
More
with
than
like
likely.
2v2. I wouldn't even do that. You know what I mean?
No.
Because
Yeah.
if you're going to have 4 players, then you're going to play on one side. Can you even play? Yeah, I think you can just play on one party.
Just queue up in a public match, though.
Yeah, but who's playing this fucking game?
Yeah, nobody. I mean,
We're selling
apparently
this
the
game,
two,
man.
The 2 people
The
that came
two
to our
guy who
team
joined-
when we were playing.
joined
so.
ours.
Yeah.
They would
I
recommend
wouldn't
playing it as
really
well.
recommend this game. I think I had a good time because I was playing with you boys. But I mean, if I was just no offense, Rob, if I was just playing with you, I think we would have a terrible time.
What are you
I
trying
don't
to
think we
say?
would have a. I'm just saying in general. I don't think we would have a good time playing this game, man. I think the friends that you kind of like bring into this game kind of make it fun. But even then, we had our issues like we just discussed. So I just feel like it's
For sure.
it's not it.
Cool.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, I would agree. Like, unless you just got your friends with you, whatever. If you're looking, like, we've been looking for things to play, like me and my buddies, because we
Yeah.
just play Rocket League, and we used to play Warzone, but Warzone fucking sucks now.
Rocket League is so fun though.
Oh
Like
my
that's a
God.
game you just pick up whenever. It doesn't matter when it is.
that's what
I
we
don't
do.
know
We
about
play
that.
blast.
series.
Crazy people Rocket League. They do some crazy
Yeah.
tricks.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
Like regardless of
Yeah.
what you're getting
It's
your ass
fun. We
handed
play
to you.
against each other too, though, in like 2v2 series, and it gets pretty heated. But yeah, we've been just been doing that. But after, like, Warzone was so cool when it came out.
Yeah.
So we were looking for a game like that. So this might be like something like that, but you would have to have like a whole group of guys
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
This
But
would be
yeah.
a good LAN party game.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, LAN parties.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Not that they exist
familiar.
anymore, but yeah.
You guys used to host LAN parties.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah, we had a
I've
bunch of
been
LAN
to a couple.
parties.
A lot of World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14.
Yep. Well, Rob, Kelv, thank you for coming on. Why don't you tell people a little bit about you and your show and where they can find you and your show?
Yeah, we're the Gaming Duo podcast. We talk about the latest gaming news. You guys can definitely find us on any podcast service. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on our website, thegamingduopod.com. Check us out. We do a couple cool stuff. We talk about the gaming news, obviously, but we also do some cool stuff on YouTube. We just did a recent video where we ranked the Xbox Series X controllers.
Oh, yes.
So that was pretty fun to do. We do a couple, fun little videos like that. So definitely check us out. And thank you guys for having us on. Like, you guys are awesome. We've been friends for quite some time now, and just being on your show, like, it's just fun. Like, you guys are great. So thank you.
Friendships built through gaming. That's
Absolutely.
our mantra. And we have friends here. You're our friends.
Oh yeah,
as
tell us
well.
about the merch, guys. You guys got merch here. Yeah.
We do. We do have some merch on the website.
That's your sweater.
That's our
Nice.
sweater. Yeah, that's our sweater.
Gaming
You can
Duo.
see it right
Oh,
now. Yeah.
nice.
So it's a nice little
sweet.
emblem there. Couple of things here. We are gonna have some changes. I don't know how you guys feel about this. I guess we'll get your opinion on this now.
You're opening shop in Canada, so I can actually order and get it to my house for under $100.
Yeah, we're franchising out. Big news.
We're thinking about bringing back the live shows on YouTube.
Ooh.
I think
They
that's
were good.
fun.
They were good.
Yeah,
That's
so-
like you can't really control what people say though. You might have to have some kind of moderator,
some kind of filter or something
Yeah.
like that, right? A little different. That was the one thing that was like kind of annoying is like people would just scream profanities on there and like titties or something, and just like, come on, come on, guy.
I get it. I understand. But come on.
That's always something
Okay,
you're
you
not.
just- but did you not edit it before you posted it?
No, that's
Or
it's
just
live. It's
You can't-
live.
Those were
you can't do
live.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll stay under your like live.
Yep.
But did you edit the audio before you met you?
No, which was
Release
what.
audio?
So that's one of the things that we're going to be working on. We're going to have that live feature there,
Yeah.
but then we're also
Yeah.
going to continue doing what we do now, where we kind of have our dedicated edited video
Yeah,
and just
okay.
kind of post
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the new
Right,
feature that we're
right.
going to be doing.
So we'll
It was
definitely.
a great time popping in when we could.
Yeah, I like
I had a
hanging out,
blast,
yeah.
man. It was fun.
We
you
were
know?
thinking about doing a live episode as well eventually.
I'll be there.
But I'll just probably like I would edit it and
Yeah, for the
release it.
audio listeners, you would 100%
Yeah.
edit it. But
Well, even I would do a new video of it too, because like it goes in a different section of your YouTube. It's like
Yes.
live
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
so it doesn't show up under your videos where all of our other stuff is. So I would just re-edit it and upload it
Yeah.
as a separate piece.
double
But yeah.
dip.
Yeah.
Okay,
we shall
cool.
see.
Well, thanks, and I think that's it for this week's episode. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Give us a rating and review. I think on Spotify we got some reviews up there. We're getting closer.
Let's see.
Got that 30. I think you got like 30 reviews or something. You
Let's
guys
see if
are-
anybody listened to us and went and put some more reviews.
I think we had 36.
We had 36.
Okay.
I'm seeing
No,
someone here named
no one's
by the
listening
name
to
of-
us. Go for
Fake
fucking
fans.
reviews.
Fun fact, guys. If you want to review a show on Spotify, you have to go on the mobile app. You can't do it on the web. You can't do it on the computer app. You have to go on mobile, which is
Kind of dumb.
Yeah, but go do that. Go on your phone. You
They've
got
been
it.
making
Do
some
it.
stupid
Yes,
decisions
please
lately.
do it.
Review the gaming duo. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Listen to them. Review them. Review us. Get it going.
Yep.
Come on.
Do it.
Make
Do
it
it.
happen.
And that's it.
It helps.
Does.
It does help. Absolutely. It helps the algorithms. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Ciao.
Peace.
Later, guys.